Hello and welcome to this live session tonight. I'll tag this as many things in one because it is actually many things in one. Um, Wisdom series, growth podcast. Um, yeah, so many things, so many things. But I want to specifically charge us for tonight. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. So there are two things that I want everyone who is tuning in to do to briefly introduce yourself in the comment section. Let us know where you're viewing from. Um, Introduce yourself and tell us where you're viewing from, and then um, let us know what else. Yeah, so your name and where you're viewing from, and then let us know if you can hear this. If you can hear me clearly, just let me know if you can hear me clearly. I'll be looking out in the comment section for your comments. Okay. And as much as possible, I want this to be very interactive. I want it to be very interactive. So whenever you get a point, something, something hits you, something drops, and you're getting value, you can drop something in the comment section, engage, make it fun. So we're going to have some time of waiting so that people can gather. Okay, gather, put your stuff together, and have fun learning. I can't wait. I can't wait to have you all hear what is going to happen tonight. Hey, it's not something you want to be told. Really, it's not something you want to be told. Welcome. I've seen the first viewer, and I have a special gift for you. I'm going to be giving you something special. Okay, so for being the first person to comment, I don't know who the first person is, but you're the first comment, so I'm assuming that you're the first person. So um do me a favor, you know come to my DM, particularly on WhatsApp, and say hi and let me know that you were the first one I was talking about, the first person that commented. So good to have you here. Good to have you all here. Before the speaker comes in, I'll give us some information. I'll give us some background story, and I'll give you a short summary of the journey so far before he comes in, before my speaker, our trainer, our mentor for the night, most importantly. I'll share a lot of things with you. Let me turn on my camera so like you can be seeing my face while I say these things. Um okay. I want to see your comments, introductory comments flying in, people saying I can hear you, motivate me in the comment section. I need motivation right now. I need motivation right now. So yeah, that's one thing that you want to do. I mean, that I would want you to do. And then the second thing is to share. Okay, share. This is not an ordinary session. I so much believe that by the time we're done with this session, so many things will shift in your life. It's not prediction, it's certainty. So many things will shift in your life. I'm not that person. If you've noticed, if you followed me for a while, you will know that I don't hype people. I don't hype teachers and coaches and gurus and mentors. I don't. You would know that I have hardly really associated with a coach as per, oh, this is my coach or my mentor. I've hardly ever done that, right? um because along the course of my life, I have had a lot of disappointments. I've had to meet people who came in the name of, oh, mentors, coaches, and all of that. And at the end of the day, I don't want to say how the journey went, but meeting Coach Julius was a pivotal season for me. It was a very important season for me. It was a season when I had so many questions. I had so many questions. There's a way you meet people, and even if they don't respond to you, even if they don't say anything, even if they don't say a word, they answer your questions. Just by existing, just by doing their thing, they answer your questions. That's how I met him. That's why, I reached out to him. Now, how did it happen? I'll probably tell the story again when he comes back in, but it was Connect Conference 2022. Yes, it was Connect Conference 2022. If you look at this image, okay, I'll put out the image later. Um, he was at Connect Conference, and for the first time in my life, someone was speaking, and I just felt so at peace. I felt so at home. For the first time in my life, you know, it made so much sense to me. I mean, whatever he was saying was making so much sense, so much sense. The way he was analyzing, the way was breaking down, the way he was teaching, his teaching style. It was like, yeah, this is me. I mean, this is who the kind of person I want to be. And then he got to his bio. That's another interesting thing. He got to his bio. I'll put it up here. There was a part of his presentation that showed what he does. And I looked at it, and I was like, Kai, this one is not looking like niche. Like, he's not looking like all these coaches that will tell you, oh, for you to succeed in life, pick one niche and die on it, just do one thing and one thing only, da 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 da. It wasn't giving that vibe. And again, it struck me. So there's a possibility that I could perceive from somebody just because the person is existing, just because you are because he's existing. There's a possibility I could perceive, and I lay hold of that possibility. I grabbed it with my two hands. I grabbed it with that. I mean, I was just looking at the what's it called? I was looking at the screen, and I was seeing what was written there, and I was like, yeah, it's possible. It's possible. There are few people I have seen, and I had that kind of experience, you know. And I'll share more stories about what happened when I eventually reached out. Um, when I eventually reached out to him, let me give us this insight. Let me give us small secret. Hmm? Small secret. Now, Siba, gratitude is currency. This thing I said is powerful. Gratitude is currency. We live in a world where many people don't know how to show gratitude. Okay? People want to take, but they don't want to give. And gratitude is a currency that you can give out. Okay? So when I encountered him, one of the things I did differently is he was speaking, and while he was still on stage, he was streamed. He was, he was connecting via Zoom. So one of the things I did was that I did not even let him finish the session. I had already gone to search for him on social media, everywhere. Start with testimonial, start with appreciating, the value that I got from his session and all of that. I started with thanking him. So more than 1,000 people attended that event. What am I saying? More than 2,000 probably attended the event. But me, I know that many people will not come and say thank you. Like, people will just come and then they go, and that's it. That's it. They come and go, they rejoice, they type a few things on Facebook and Twitter, and that's all. But as he was speaking, I was on Twitter, I was on Facebook, I was reposting, I was constantly reposting, you know, Coach Julius Afolabi, this, that. I'll repost, I'll tag him, I'll repost. So it was easy for me to network. It was easy for me to come closer, right? Because of that fact, that act. Okay. I know how busy he can be to even accept my invitation to do this session. Like if I had tried to, oh, like, how do I put it now? If I were to pay him for this session, I mean, my life savings will not be enough if I were to pay him to host him for this session. So that's how serious it is. That's how serious it is, fam. One thing I want you to do for me is make this worth it. Okay, make it worth it. Engage in the comment section. I'll be pulling up some comments. Um, I'll be pulling up some comments on the, what's it called, on the screen. Okay, I'll be pulling up comments on the screen. So make as many comments as you can, like as many, engage as much as you can. Anything you hear and it makes sense to you, put it in the comment section. I'll lift it up on the screen if I can. Let's make it as let's make the noise for this program. Okay, let's make the noise so that more people will join. If you know anybody who needs to be here, invite them. Invite them to the session. Invite them to the session. This is going to change lives. Okay. um he's going to join very soon. He's going to join very soon. So anybody that you want to benefit from this, share this with them, invite them directly, share this on your page, on your wall. Okay, and then come on and let's ride. So at the same time, if you have questions along the line of this training at any point of the time, you can put the question in the comment section. I'll lift it so that he can answer you. Okay, so it's more like you're also getting some kind of consultation from him right here on the spot. Okay, and again, um okay, let me use this opportunity to put this on WhatsApp. I think a lot of people are still waiting. I'll talk about why this session is important, because many people may not understand. Many people may not understand how dear this topic is to me personally. Many may not understand. Um, we'll be having different kinds of people join in from different parts of the world, different walks of life. But yes, one thing is worthy of note. A lot of people, a lot of people are just living life on autopilot. I made a post that anything that controls your finance controls your life. Anything you allow to control you to the point that it controls your finance, it controls how you spend money, how you get money, about money, anything that has that much control on your life on your finance will control your life entirely. So check it and you will see what controls our lives. Work. For a lot of people, you just work every day and you're not even happy that you are doing the work that you are doing, right? You work every day. You're now wondering whether your work is your home and your home is your workplace, because you just do part-time in your house and do full-time in your workplace, right? You come back, you're tired, you are stressed, you are frustrated, you sleep barely 3 hours, because at the end of the day, most of us, our sleep patterns have been disrupted. So most people now sleep by 2 a.m. Most people sleep by 2 a.m. By 12, 1:30, most people are still awake, not reading, not doing anything, scrolling up and down on social media. Why? Because our lives have generally been disrupted, and it's not good. It's harming us. It's dangerous. We're no longer in control. We're not in control. So it is left for us to decide that we have to intentionally regain control. We have to intentionally snatch the control of our lives and run with it. Not necessarily about firing your boss or quitting your job. No. But in the sense of autonomy, in the sense of having a choice to begin, a choice to stay, a choice to exit. The options should be there. The moment you become optionless, you have become a slave. Yes. The moment you become optionless, you have become a slave to a system, to a person, to a group, to a circle, to whatever it is. You need a certain level of wisdom to be able to exert dominance on your mind, on your life, despite where you find yourself. No matter where you find yourself, you need wisdom to operate your life. You need wisdom for autonomy. You need wisdom for independence. You need to be able to look at things squarely and tell yourself, oh, this thing I'm doing, what's the end? I mean, what's the future in it? What's the future in this thing I'm doing? What's in it for me? Am I just doing it for doing sake? It's not rewarding, it's not profitable, the job is not jobbing. The job is not making sense. I mean, you know it's not working out, but then you just want to keep doing it because you don't see any option. I was talking to a group of physiotherapists yesterday, and I was saying something. I mean, these are I mean, not just young people. I'm talking about people at consultant level, people who are physios who have been in practice way longer than than I've lived on this earth, right? Talking about lecturers, professors, all of that. And I was saying something that the reason a lot of us are stranded, the reason a lot of people listening to me, right? The reason a lot of us are stranded is that we have not been trained to see options outside of clinic and classroom. I'm referring to physiotherapy right now. I'm referring to those in the clinical space, medical doctors, physios, nurses, and all of that, right? Of course, apply this to your field. There's always an expectation of society that this is the way success should look like. You have to do this, do this, do this, then climb and climb and climb until you now do PhD, until you now do this and that, you become a professor and you do this one, and that's the peak. That's what it looks like. That's what success looks like. And you see, we have so much fallen in love with that pattern that is just so difficult and nearly impossible that we think it is the right thing. We have gotten so used to suffering and slavery that we don't see anything wrong with it. So if you come and post something like everybody should learn about entrepreneurship, I believe everyone should be entrepreneurs, whether you have your own business venture or not. Even in your workplace, you can still be an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur in the corporate space is an intrapreneur. You should have entrepreneurial mindset. But when you come and try to challenge people to be more, to do more, they attack you. Why? Because we have been enchanted. It is an enchantment. You need to be disenchanted. You need to be free. Yes, you need to be free from these things that are holding you back. So it breaks my heart when some of these things are not being talked about often. It breaks my heart. We're not talking about it enough. The average young person, immediately you finish school, what's next? You start looking for a job. A lot of people are desperate to get a job that they will not even pay you up to 200,000, and it will finish within 1 month again. And you are back to square zero, not even square one. Some people can manage square one. You are back to square zero. Savings, none. Zero savings, nothing. A time of our lives have to come that we will sit down and question everything we've believed. Everything we've thought is the right thing. We have to be able to sit down and question, ask deep questions. about our lives, about our choices. Ehen. So yes, this is the time we've been waiting for. This is the time we've been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, this is going to be it's going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy. Um, let me introduce our speaker for tonight first. Let me introduce our speaker for tonight. And then I'll repeat that short story I told us. I was sharing how I got to connect with him earlier on, and where I heard him speak for the first time. And I was saying that there are people you would meet, and one of the very first questions in your heart, one of the very first questions that will come to your heart is, "Where have you been all my life?" Yeah, it's, "Where have you been all my life?" That was the exact experience I had when I listened to Coach Julius speak. That was the exact experience I had, and and it was at what is it called, Connect Conference in 22, and he was invited as one of the speakers, one of the guest speakers, and it was projected on screen. And I still have a screenshot I made. I just went back to the video and I got a screenshot. That's like one of the most powerful sessions on earth right now. Is that session? I won't lie. you know, and I was so mind blown. I was so impressed. It became a culture, especially in Abuja, that people put up events and they will go for hype. They will go and gather speakers that are popular, gather football stars, gather comedians, gather anybody that is popular and can attract people, they will gather, right? And then you go for the event, and like 6 hours, 7 hours, you sit down and you're wondering, what am I going home with? Like, what did I learn? Right? But for that particular session, it was different. It was as if I literally felt like somebody just opened my brain. I was using iron sponge to scrub it in, like scrub something deep into my brain. That was how excited I was. It was an amazing experience. And I could remember before that thing finished, I was posting, I was retweeting, I was, dropping hints. And at the point I told myself, I can't just go. Like, I cannot not know this man. I cannot afford to let him go. So I had to go and reach out. I had to go and send messages. I had to go and send testimonial. I had to go and, try and connect and all of that. And eventually, he did something for me. He did something. I'll share this one. I'll still share this one later. But let me read his bio. Let me read his bio. So, Coach Julius, Coach Julius Afolabi. This is a short, the short version of his bio. I shared the longer version on Facebook alongside this flyer. So let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. So please, as much as possible, remember I said I want us to engage. I want us to engage. I want us to have fun. So please, just let's make it count. So let me pull up the bio quickly, and then I'll read through it. And he's someone that doesn't even need he doesn't need his bio to be read. This one is formality. If you know you cannot miss road. Is practically impossible for you to miss road. What I'm expecting right now is that everybody should be, tweeting this, posting this, because it's about to is about to blow up. I'm serious about that. Okay. So yes. Hmm. Let me bring up. Yes. So okay. So yes, he is a board level business strategist, PIM coach, and value improvement architect with over 21 years of experience spanning banking, business performance, corporate transformation, and career monetization. He works at the intersection of wealth, systems, and strategy. He partners with high net worth individuals, C-suite leaders, and corporate teams to design business and wealth structures that are locally compatible and globally competitive. He is the creator of the Designing Your Own Economy framework, a practical model that helps executives, founders, and experts convert their assets, expertise, and influence into predictable premium income and sustainable enterprise value. As founder of the Value Improvement Academy, Julius he has helped leaders rethink productivity, pricing, positioning, and performance through programs like the Premium Results Masterclass and Expert Money Blueprint. His work is grounded in operational discipline and market-facing strategy, shaped by formal training with McKinsey and Company and professional certifications as a quality improvement analyst with the American Society for Quality. What sets him apart is simple. He designs systems first solutions, not motivational talk. Focuses on cost to performance optimization, accelerated cash flow creation, and premium positioning that commands higher fees and long-term relevance. He's trusted by corporates and respected by experts. He's known for clarity, depth, and results. So today, we're going to be having him share so much with us. He'll be unpacking a lot with us. So expect practical insights, strategic thinking, and frameworks that will help you see your work and income through a sharper lens. Ladies and gentlemen, my coach, my premium results mentor, my 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 boss, everything. Meet Coach Julius Afolabi.
Chijoke is just hyping me here. Chijoke is hyping me big. He's hyping me big time. Chijoke is hyping me big time. All right, thank you so much.
So you have the floor, sir.
All right, thank you so much for all the. Thank you so much for all the introduction. Yeah, introduction. So I am not somebody that likes to talk too much, but I prefer that you get to know me as we proceed in tonight's conversation. And our conversation tonight, I strongly believe that is going to be one that is going to enable you change the way you see yourself. At the same time, help you stop. I mean, chasing the things that you are supposed to be attracting. At the same time, help you to upcycle the things that you didn't know were present in you or around you, right? So it's meant to help you clarify what is important to you, know exactly what matters to you, help to also help you unveil and unpack the things that you already have that can create what you need, right? And it's also meant to help you take steps even when you are afraid. There are quite a number of people that are buried the talent that is supposed to help them blow. So they are talented, but they are trapped, right? And there are quite a number of people too who are just afraid. There's just that voice inside your head telling you that you're not good enough, making you afraid that can I do this? Who will listen to me? Who will buy from me? Will they even consider me? No. You're waiting for the perfect moment instead of making the moment perfect. So, and I believe this is strongly also for someone who wants to think outside the box, that your high value intelligence, resourcefulness has been commanding very low, value, right? Instead of what premium value. So this particular conversation is meant to help you move from that. This is not another motivation, talk or pep talk or how do they used to say it? Motivation or something, motivational speak and all that, like that. It's not about that. This is about a transformation. This is meant to help you. You see, anyone listening to me right now, you are at a point, and the truth is that you are in one of four categories, right? Everyone that is listening to me now, you are in one of these four categories. And then the category one is the crisis mode, where you are in a reactive income cycle. We know very well that the economy is not smiling, but there are a lot of people that are smiling in the economy that is not smiling, right? So when you are in crisis mode, you are in reaction, you are reacting to the economy. You wait, you are solely dependent on what the economy speaks. You are dependent on your customers coming, on one customer, on salary, like that. Before the salary comes, it's gone. Your take home does not take you home, right? You're just seated every day, you're staring at the ceiling and wondering, inside you, something tells you that you're worth much more than this, that there's still more about me. But how to unpack that more has become a very big question for you. So there's that crisis level where if anything happens, maybe you're employed. I believe that some of the people that I'm talking to tonight, some of you are professionals in your own space with lots of years of experience. In fact, anyone that has worked for up to 5 years anywhere, you're good enough to design your own economy. That's the sincere truth. Because if you do not design your own economy, you will drown in their own economy. That's the truth. So it's either die or die. Design your own economy, DYE, or you drown in their own economy, DIE. You understand? You die. It's either you die or you die. That's just it. So this, I want you to pay rapt attention. See, I've been where you are, but I came to a point where I had to talk to myself. You can be brilliant and broke. Yes, you can be very brilliant and bankrupt. You can come to that point where you ask yourself, God, I'm brilliant and I'm broke. What is the problem? I got to that point, right? And I had to, in fact, like we Christians, most of the apologies if you're a Christian like that. We Christians, most of the time, we believe, we just have faith that something will happen. This is not, hope is important, but hope without strategy will leave you in struggles. That's the truth. And if you have talent and you don't have a model, you have hard life. A lot of people here, they are not lazy. Many of you here are not lazy. You just don't have a structure. You just don't have a system. You can be smart. If you're smart without a system, you will still struggle. That's sincere truth. You'll find out that you're waiting, you are always on the waiting list for salary to come before you can do anything. You cannot live life on your own terms, right? And that's the reason why the outcome of our conversation tonight should be something that gives you a picture of what a resilient life, that is to say, irrespective of what is happening in the economy, you already have your own, your own system in place. Do you understand? Irrespective of whatever it is that is happening in the economy, does not in any way affect you, right? So you come to that point, and then you have premium relevance, in the sense that you're not just a commodity. There's a difference between groundnut and cashew. Both of them are nuts. One is a commodity, one is a cash crop, right? And I can tell you for free that the same thing that you have been doing and you have been earning peanuts, you can begin to earn premium from it. So you can move from peanut earning to premium earning. It's just a matter of what? Recognizing what you have, reframing how you see it, and then restructuring it in a scalable way. Just restructuring it into what? Scalable value. That's the truth. So design your own economy is a practical framework that helps you to move from reactive income model or a reactive lifestyle into proactive wealth management or stress-free abundance. So when I'm talking about stress-free abundance, we are living life on your own terms. That's to no excuses, right? And right now, you know that there are no excuses for anybody not to live the kind of life that they want. Why? Because of I mean, the the generosity of the internet, right? The ability for you to cross borders without a visa, with your intelligence and the internet. So you see, so with your intelligence, you can create what? Cross-border influence that will enable you to earn income in other currencies, even when your dominant currency is insulting your person and your value. Some people say that we live in a country where merit is short-circuited, right? Where your merit are not recognized, you are overworked but under-rewarded. You are respected, but your finances does not respect you. Your identity is running contrary to your intelligence. You look at yourself sometimes and you pity your status, right? It ought not to be so, right? And so that's why tonight we want to see what is it that I already have. A lot of the time, most experts and professionals, we are always concerned about what? Having more. Let me go and get another degree. Let me go and learn another skill. Let me go and know. It's not, more of more might not give you more. Are we together? Sometimes, many of the times, we are looking for what to add instead of looking for what to remove. A lot of people are confused about what exactly to offer or to sell. And that's because you lack clarity. You have poor judgment of what your value is worth. When you don't know, you don't have an idea of what your value is worth, you always sell for less when you are worth much more than you're selling for. Okay, that helps me to give you the story of one of my clients, right? Now, what happened was that this lady jumped into my DM and said, "Sir, I read one of your posts and have been," I think that post was about debt, right? That debt is not dash. I mean, borrowing, whatever, loan is not a dash, something. So she said she's a school teacher. She was earning less than 100,000, and she said that her take home does not take her home, right? Your take home does not take you home. So I said, okay, no problem. What's the challenge, right? Can we get on a video call and see exactly what we can do for you? And then when we got on that video call, I asked her, I said, what is it exactly that is the main challenge? She said she's drowning in debt and that she's using, before the salary comes, the people that will collect it are waiting. Are we together? So debt simply means that you have lived the future yesterday. That's what happens, because every other income that is coming will be settling what has passed. Right? So I said, okay, if that is the case, what do you do? I'm a school teacher. Okay, good. How good are you? What subjects are your best subjects that you're good in? We can still make do with what you have. It's just like the widow that has a cruise of oil. You have to know how to turn your cruise of oil into the well of wealth, right? So let's see what you have. Be like that man that was given one talent, right? And rather than making the most of the one talent that he had, he was comparing himself with those that had 3 talents and buried what he had, right? Not knowing that his one talent had equal value with the 3 talents those other ones have. Their talents, the talent of those guys, that the person that has 3 talents, simply means that his genius has been divided into three categories. That's what it means. And because of the science of multitasking, they always want to, like, manifest in their 3 dimensions, right? Almost at once, without a system. Now, it's possible to have a system that will help you manifest your 3 talents in different ways. The moment you have a model, you can show up in those 3 talents differently. Like, for instance, the designing your economy framework can make me show up to teach parenting because there is a solution script that will help me envelope, pack whatever I want to share into a framework that is deliverable. That's why you have a system. Now look at it this way. When they want to make, if you want to make different kinds of cakes, if you bake, all you need to do is to make the cone, right? The flour is shaped into the cone shape, right? You can shape the cake in the dimension or however that particular cone is shaped. If it's shaped star, you have a star cake. If it's shaped like a fish, you have like that. So that's about creativity, right? So let's see how we can get creative about what you are already doing. So she had about four subjects that she was very, very good at. And then she had a couple of friends that were teachers. So what is possible with this? What are the skills that you have? You know how to teach these 4 subjects very well, and then you can stand before the camera and talk very well. If you can stand before students, why not? You can stand before the camera and also talk. So why don't we upcycle this same thing that you teach in class using your lesson notes? The same lesson notes that you are using to teach that particular subject or that particular, teach your students. Let's move it, let's upgrade it and turn it into an online coaching course. Now, specifically targeted. Now, you see, there is a difference between a teacher, a mathematics teacher, who takes students on private coaching to earn extra income, right? Apart from his salary, he goes for extra lessons. Are we together? He goes for extra lessons, maybe 1 or 2 persons. But how many? You can't scale because your time, you are limited, you are trapped by time, you are trading time, right? You don't have a system backing it up. So you earn extra income, but all your problems are not solved. Now, you can't compare how much you be paid. Highest that you be paid if you're a mathematics teacher, you teach in school, maybe you earn 100,000 in a private school, or 120 or 150,000. The same thing if you're a medical doctor, the same thing. You work in teaching hospital, you earn 800,000, right? It's even, you still have some clients, right? You still have some people that know you, that you're a specialist, right? Once people know you to be a specialist, there's a difference between a generalist and a specialist. You become a specialist when you're able to design your economy very well. People get to know you for one thing and they look for you for that particular thing. Now, that particular thing does not limit you. There are lots of people that are multi-potentiates. That does not mean that you should limit yourself to one thing. No, there's a way around it. So this young lady, we moved it into a coaching class. Like I was saying, there's a difference between a maths teacher that takes maths in school and then takes students private coaching, and then the other person that targets school goes to another school, say, I will help your students. I help schools pupil. Their school, the pupils in a particular school to achieve 75% upwards in mathematics, whether in JAMB or in WAEC. While this person is marketing individuals, your students, this other person is talking to schools. The same math teacher. So you can see math teacher A is looking for, he has 3 or 4 people, while math teacher B has 2 schools that he has structured how to take their students, the entire SS3 students in mathematics, and ensure that what they score 75 and above. The same result that he's getting in his school where they're paying less than 100,000, he's charging a particular school 500,000 to help their students pass mathematics over 3 months. Over 3 months. The curriculum has not changed. The 2 teachers, their timing has not, one person's 24 hours has not shifted. But you can see that one person is trading time, another person is trading insight. The other person has repositioned his resourcefulness to attract high value clients that can pay him what he wants. You will now be wondering why two people are working in the same place and one person is borrowing from the other person. The other one, your colleague is a bank to other colleagues. They are borrowing from him. And all of you are doing the same work. But simply because he has recognized what he has, he's reframed how he is perceived, right? And then he is now moving, he has moved it, restructured it into a scalable format. So this lady said, okay, let's move it into a coaching class. And then your target is parents. Develop a script and target the parents, because the children can't pay. It's the parents. You want your kids to pass in these 4 subjects, I offer these lessons. You know what? She had her first clients were foreign clients, Nigerians that were abroad, but wanted their kids to be able to do well in those classes. She made her 1 year salary, total income 1 year in 3 months. As at last year, I remember last year, she called me and said, I won't believe it, that one of our clients has already paid in advance for the year, 3 months ahead. I say right now, my account is breathing with 750K for 3 children, 250 per child. That's somebody that was drowning in debt. What happened? So you see, you can come in contact with one person and your life will change forever. You can be in a particular community, like the community that you are in that put up this particular conversation now, and then your life will change. It's happened to me many times. So that's why I said that your economy is sitting on 3 legs. Number 1, your opportunity fitness. Number 2, your high value connection. And then number 3 is your ability to design your economy. Right? Now, these 3 levels that your ability to design your economy is sitting down, you will notice that designing your economy is part of the 3 legs. Right? It has a 5-step framework. Now, if this thing is not proven, it won't become a system that is reusable by anybody. And that's why you're moving from not just someone who wants to improve their finances to becoming an income architect, because you are going to develop what? A system that will help you turn your resourcefulness, everything you already have, to get into an asset that can give you what you need. Is there anything bad in you closing the year in September or October? There are people that close the year in October and they are on vacation. Their year finishes in October and they're on vacation. Is there anything wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Isn't it? There's nothing wrong with that. Can you hear me? I don't know if you're hearing me. Can you hear me? Please let me know if you're hearing me. Okay, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Please let me know if you can hear me. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
I was wondering. I was not getting feedback, so I was wondering if we can hear. So that's not only that. Everything that all the systems that I have created, they are born out of the things that I have done. So they are proven. And they are harvested into a process that somebody else can use and get the same results. Now, the conversation I just had with you came out of what I have done. Back in my primary school, in my my secondary school rather, I started off as a commercial student, even though as a science student rather, even though my best subjects were in the commercial aspect, right? So I discovered that I was having challenges in physics and chemistry. What did I do? I had gotten to SS3 and I knew that failure was ahead of me. My highest score in chemistry was 46 and physics was 56 and my chemistry note was never complete. So how am I going to pass these two courses? And I was not ready to be a failure. So I took my own life into my hands in SS3. Of course, my parents cannot understand what my challenges were. There's no way I could explain to them that they would what? Understand. So I went to the principal and I told him I want to move from science to commerce class. Are you mad? WAEC is in 6 months. What are you thinking? I said, I'm not doing well in this subject and I'm not sure I'm going to pass it. He said, okay, this is what you can do for me. I'll write an undertaking that I'm going to score above 60% in commerce and accounting. So I wrote the letter of undertaking and I signed it myself. I can't take it home. So I signed it myself. But you know what I did after then? What I did was that commerce was something I could read to pass, but accounting was technical. So all I did was to look for someone that was very good in accounting. I had a friend then, Onyebuchi Onwube. I was very good in accounting. Their house was not far from the school. So every day after school, I will do what? Following him and spend 2 hours. So I invested 2 hours every day in learning accounting. And guess what? By the time I wrote WAEC, I cleared my accounting and I cleared the commerce. I had an A2 in commerce and I had a C4 in accounting. I passed even better than those that started before. What am I trying to say? That you can change whatever it is that your reality is now. You can change it. You can change it. You can change it. Whatever it is that the circumstance is now. The moment you have it in your subconscious that you are worth much more than what you are presently having, then the possibility is there. You just have to believe in yourself. You just have to subdue that voice in your head saying that you are not good enough. You just have to sit down and reinvent yourself. You have to take another lens and look exactly who you are and what you're doing. Gain a measure of clarity. Then build a system around the clarity that you have. Then take action. Massive action. That's how to get premium results. And it was from that intelligence that I created what I call the U-turn management system. That is to say, it doesn't matter how far you have gone, you can't continue with speed on the wrong lane. You have to turn back. Remember, I told you I got to a point where I asked myself, that was when I was even working. I was already working in the bank then. But I made my first 7 figures while working 9 to 5. Why? It is the stack from secondary school to the university. At every level that I moved, I had challenges that I turned into cash flow systems. Right? The same thing happened when I got into the university. Of course, my parents could not. My dad was a local printer. My mom was a trader. So definitely, it was not cheap for me to even go to school. And I'm firstborn. Do you understand? Getting admission self was tough for me. Everything was just as if they are tough from the beginning. You look as if the whole world is against you. No. Simply, circumstances are preparing you for the premium that is ahead of you. And that's the reason why most of the time I tell people that you cannot, even if you're a Christian, right? At the point, I was religious. I was transformation. Are we together? I was transformation testy and transaction bankrupt, right? I kept doing everything I was doing for free without a system around it. The same thing you are doing for free, you can do to be paid. In the beginning, you will do much more than you are paid. Over time, you begin to do less than you will be paid. You know what it means for you to work the entire day and you're paid in peanuts, and come to a point where you spend minutes and you're paid in 7 figures. Minutes and you're paid in 7 figures. And it's not as if what you are doing is different from what you have been doing. What changed was that what? You changed the way you are perceived, the way people see you. So in the university, the same thing happened. I was going low on income, and how am I going to survive? I simply fell back to the same thing. A friend of mine had a coaching center called Success Partners. And then I took my 4 best subjects and I was teaching in that place. So I had my free period. I look at my school, timetable. I use it to structure my timetable where I was teaching, to make extra income. I was paid 15 naira per hour. But guess what happened? While I was doing that, because of the way I did it and the way I taught and how students pass, a particular politician had a son wanting to write London GCE. And when they were to look for the person to teach his son further maths, they came to look for me. So somebody referred me. Referrals remove marketing costs. The moment you have mastery that is known, you get referrals without marketing. And there is no cheaper way of making exponential income like referral system. And that's the reason why when you have high value connections, it's easy when people know who you are, the stuff that you are made of. You will not be chasing clients. You find you will magnetize premium clients. So what happened? The politician sent for me and needed to do that. I'm sweating profusely here. And what's wrong? This is not cooling. Okay, maybe because of this light. Okay. So what did he do? He was going to pay me 5 times what I was earning. He was going to pay me 250 naira per hour. Back then, this one I'm talking about 1998, thereabouts. Yes, 1998. Right? 1998, 1997, 1998, 1998. He was going to pay me 250 naira per hour. And I was going to teach him only further maths. But guess what? Again, every time that I had to go see that guy, I'll pass through 7 doors, 7 gates, because he was a politician and he was a tyrant. So there was maximum security in his house. So I would have to pass through 7 doors to go and see this boy. And each door had what? Somebody manning the gate with a gun. So I passed through 7 guns to go and earn 250 naira per hour. And that goes to tell you that what? You need a lot of courage and resilience if you really want premium positioning and stress-free abundance. A lot of people they think they have multiple streams of income, but what they have is multiple streams of stress. Right? That's not what we have here. That's not the system here. Right? So I said that you need courage. If you must what? Get to where you want. If you want to really make money, you need a lot of courage. There are certain things that you had been telling yourself you want to do, but for 5 years, you have not done it. You have not even tried it at all. So that's how I took the same method, right? Package what I know best. The best of you is going to come from within you. It is the combination of environment and environment that determines your ecosystem. Economy, when we say designing your economy is about three things. It's about production, consumption, and distribution. Three things. That's what an economy is about. And like I said, an economy will come from an ecosystem, maybe a tribe, right? Just like you have this particular tribe or group, right? Remember, I've said that we have anyone listening to me is in either of four categories. I talked about the crisis mode, and the crisis mode is what I'm distilling. The rest, the remaining layers, will be easier once you get the crisis mode. And I'm giving instances for you to be able to understand how real these concepts are. They are drawn from real life issues and observation, things that happen on a daily basis. Are we together? So it's about you sitting down to advest your process. It's called, there's something I call it RISE engine, right? RISE engine, RISE, resourceful intelligence for strategic entrepreneurship, right? RISE engine, resourceful intelligence for strategic what? Entrepreneurship, right? And it's an engine so that it can continue to run without you having to exercise any form of what? Effort, right? Any form of effort, right? So you have effortless authority that makes people see you as the go-to person because of the way you have positioned yourself, because you won't sell gold in cellophane bag. So how you package a thing can determine the price at which it is sold. So perception is price, right? So that's what happened all through my university education. That's how I survived. And even when I started working, 10% of my finances was devoted to personal development. 10% of my salary was devoted to that. Now, fast forward, I worked in the bank for 10 years. And while I worked in the bank, I worked at different departments. And each of the departments that I worked, I ensured that I got a script from the problems that I solved. I could sit down to look at the process. This is what makes this happen. A lot of people are working in a system, but they don't know what makes that system succeed. If you work in a system, it freaks me out that you work in a particular place for 15 years and you can't duplicate the system that made that system survive. So what were you doing? You were just earning salary. You were just going to work. Nothing was working on you. Nothing. You were just going to work, and you were not working on yourself. And where you were working was not working on you. I can't get it. I can't get it. So while I was working, every instance where I worked, I joined professional associations, looked for where I could teach since I know my area of strength: coaching, teaching, writing. I wrote my first book in 9 hours. Today, you can write a book in 90 minutes once you know what you are doing very well with the aid of a lot of what? With the aid of AI, you can write a book in 90 minutes and it will not look like it's written by AI. It will be your authentic voice, mode, and everything. It will be so original and real. Yes, you can get, it's not, the AI is just an accelerator, it's just an enhancer. It doesn't replace your intelligence. It only enhances your intelligence. Are we together? So you can't be AI dependent and be sustainable, right? You can't. So there is the raw intelligence that you carry that the AI needs. That's why they have prompts. So the AI is just a machine, a mold. You are the architect that designs what the AI brings to you. So you are at an advantage. So you must have that intelligence leverage. There are 4 levels of ignorance that can keep you where you are and you will not move. Number 1 is self-ignorance. Number 2 is market ignorance. Number 3 is financial ignorance. And number 4 is leverage ignorance. Each one of this level of ignorance will keep you wherever, can keep you stuck. If you are in an environment that is supposed to give you everything that you need, but you don't understand how to use them, you will be there. Just like the man by the pool, he was there for 38 solid years because he didn't have somebody to help him get to where. So sometimes I say, rather than you getting the theoretical MSc, get the marketplace MSc, which is what? A mentor, a sponsor, and a coach. That's the marketplace MSc, not the academic MSc, right? So that guy was there because of what? He lacked what? Leverage ignorance. What? Did you get it? Leverage ignorance. There was nothing to leverage. He didn't have that. So, and that brings me to what they call 5 levels of resourcefulness. There's what is called cognitive resourcefulness, right? Cognitive resourcefulness is your thinking ability, your creative problem-solving abilities. Then there's what is called relational resourcefulness, which has to do with emotional intelligence and human relations, right? And there's what is called creative resourcefulness, the ability to interpret problems and extract the pains from the problem. You know, there are 4 levels of pain, you know, until you have pain-killing content. You can get people to be interested in what you're selling. So there is surface pain, there is functional pain, there is status pain, and there is identity pain. Surface level pain is I have a headache. Functional pain is the fact that you can't walk. I mean, then you have what? Status is the fact that how can somebody suited like this be under, have high blood pressure? You're looking very nice, but nothing is nice about you. You understand? You understand? You are appearing 7-figure with a 4-figure reality. You understand? Like that. Then we have identity. Who am I becoming because of this? So you find some people, when they're in crisis mode, they have a good job, but they're always in crisis mode. They're always owing. They're always waiting for the month to end. You understand? Before they can do anything. Their salary controls their decision. Their money controls their decision. So if the money does not come, they can't make any decision. They are not in control. You understand? Either the government is in control, their salary is in control, their employer is in control, their single client is in control. Are we together? You get it? So at different levels like that. When I got into the bank, at each level, everything that I learned were scripted. So you must be able to articulately put together the process that delivers results. That's why you don't sell features, you sell benefits. You don't sell task, you sell transformation. Transformation is, I could not do this, now I can do this. Are we together? So what you're selling, transformation. And that's why somebody will say, rather than 3 days masterclass, somebody will say 8 weeks. I can decide to say design your economy. There is 8 weeks program for design your economy. There's a year-long program for designing your economy. You understand? A year-long program that the target, there are goals, there are outcomes for the year, right? And the outcome is for you to be able to move to what? $10,000 per month. From between 3 to $10,000 per month. That's if you're running 1 year full program. But that's not cheap. That's not cheap. So you can have designing your economy, masterclass like this in 1 or 2 hours digestive. But the deep dive is going to cost you more, but it's going to pay you better. The returns on investment can't be compared with the snack. Are we together? So this is the thinkings and the framework that formed it. Now, I've been working in the bank for 10 years. While I was working in the bank, like I said, I was in different professional bodies where I had opportunities to teach. So every weekend I had a gig, either to teach customer service. You understand? I worked in the bank. So customer service, teamwork, productivity, I was available. So in those professional circles where we meet people that were in charge of these kind of opportunities. And because you're part of it, it's like a member of a club, you won't pay the same amount that outsiders pay. So they look at you, oh, it's within us, right? What happens? And then you move it. So every weekend I had a gig. Saturday, sometimes Friday when I close from the bank, around 6:30. Sometimes I fix my classes 7 to 9. That's how I was rolling, 7 to 9, and that's it. Now, even on the job, to tell you that mastery can market your momentum into meaningful money. Even on the job, the speed at which I process my transactions make customers stay on my queue as a teller. I started as a teller, but they used to call me super teller, right? So while everybody was using the mouse, I was not using mouse. I was using shortcut keys. I could use short keys. So my processing speed was faster than others, right? So despite how long my queue was, my productivity was higher and with zero error rate. So people that want their transactions to happen faster than normal will pass through my boss and send it to me and send me a tip. When I was in Eket, the tips that I get from speedy transactions, you understand, from high net worth individual. If any of my boss had a high net worth individual that he wanted to service, just take it to Julius. At the end of the day, something will come. They will appreciate you for doing that. Are we together? So they will appreciate me for doing that. At the end of the month, my tips used to be more than my end of the month salary. End of the month salary. It's because you are paid twice. You are paid in the middle of the month and you are paid at the end of the month so that you don't lack money. You are working in the bank so that you're not tempted to steal. Steal, some people did. Are we together? So, and you have the money structure, your payments are structured, and I had a financial structure. So that's the reason why your premium income is going to come from both your what? Human capacity, your personal intelligence. It will come from what? Your marketing intelligence. It will come from your what? At the same time, artificial intelligence, and it also come from your financial intelligence. So that way, you already have an equation. There are quite a number of things that I've been mentioning, right? You get it? So it will come from your premium income will come from what? Your personal intelligence. It will come from your financial intelligence plus your what? Marketing intelligence plus your what? Artificial intelligence. That's how you get what? Your premium income. That's PI equals to, premium income equals to PI, personal intelligence, financial intelligence, market intelligence, artificial intelligence. When you put that together and create anything around that system, that framework, of course, you make good money. So that's what happened while as a teller, right? So I joined a team, which was like a consulting arm of the bank. I had an opportunity then. And then they said, okay, we are recruiting about 18 guys into the operational excellence team. We'll go to 320 branches to create a transformation in those branches. I was assigned 25 branches. So I traveled to 25 branches, both in the South and in the South because I was living here. So I was here, I was in Calabar before. When the opening opened, it was in Lagos. So I had to move to Lagos. So, but every weekend I was coming coming to Calabar to see my family, right? Why was I able to afford that? What I was learning during those transformations, I created an offer on it, and I offered it to what? Microfinance bank. 4 weeks, coaching for performance improvement for microfinance bank. And sold it to 3 microfinance bank here in Calabar, to be done weekends, Saturdays, 8 to 2. I'll leave Lagos on Friday. I'll come by flight on Friday, land there. As soon as I close from work on Friday, I will land in Calabar in the night. By Saturday, one of them bought it, and that performance improvement training went for 500,000. 500,000. So that income was paying my what? My flight bills. So somebody will be wondering, every weekend you're always flying to Calabar and coming back on Sunday and back, because I was newly married, my wife was here, and I had to do it. Right? So all this were the things that were putting me together. So you can see that there is a lot of resourcefulness that I have gathered. Likewise, you as well. There are quite a number of things that you have gathered, experience, skills, problems that you have solved for many people, but you have not sat down to really understand what are the things that people frequently meet me for that I solve with ease. What are my go-to skills, right? You have to do a resourcefulness reset where you invest. You sit down. My name is Julius Afolabi. What are the skills that are embedded in me? By the time you list it, you might come up with 10 skills. And then you find out these 10 skills, what is the problem that they can solve? Who can they solve these problems for? Are we together? Then you now start thinking of what model do I want to package? You are trying to create a system. What model do I want to use to sell this? Who do I want to sell to? What are their pains? How does this process solve their pain? Right? I don't want to sell to everybody. I would prefer to sell to 3 people that can pay me $3,000, right? 3 to 5% that can pay me $3,000 in a month, than to have 1,000 or 10,000 people buy a 10,000 naira course or 1,000 naira course or 1,000 naira ebook. If I'm selling a class now for 5,000 naira and I have 1,000 people, do you know the amount of headache you will have? But what if I have just 3 people who can pay me, $3,000 to $5,000 for 90 days? How about that? So like I see, many people are in crisis mode. You are just reactive. You are busy, but you are not in business. The second level is what we call the surviving stage. You are surviving. You are mistaking stagnation for stability. You are just above bar. Just like somebody that does, if they take light now, you don't have generator. You are in complete darkness. You are in crisis mode. You don't even have money to buy fuel. Then you move toward surviving level, survival stage, right? You have a better pass my neighbor. You are not the same with somebody that has some approval. You have a better pass my neighbor. You are not bad, but you are not better. Are we together? If anything happens, you just fall. One strike, you go to crisis mode. Then you have what we call the average stage, the average level. You are above survivor. That way, you already have multiple streams of income, but it's multiple streams of stress. You have, side hustle, just like the guy that will finish from school and go for 3 home lessons. You understand? Like that. The person that has 1 student might be in survival mode. If the job stops, what happens? He will live on that 1 student that he has. The one that has 3 students look as if he has more money, but what? He doesn't have time for any other thing. He's exhausted. He's packed out. Doesn't have family time. Nothing else. Are we together? Nothing else. Then we have the ideal. The ideal is where you sleep and you are making money. You have built a system. You have architectured your economy in the sense that even if you don't work, you can afford to quit without any form of liability or any form of panic or pressure. You are not under any form of financial pressure. You can afford what you want per time. As a matter of fact, you have created assets that generate income that is more than what your spending pattern is. You know that your wealth package is all embedded in your earning pattern, your spending pattern, and your lifestyle. Right? So if those three, once your earning pattern cannot carry your spending pattern and your lifestyle, you will be bankrupt. Are we together? And so that's how it works. So the ideal stage is where those who have perfectly designed their economy sit, where you have a framework, you have a class, maybe a flagship offer like this, a master class, a coaching class, which is scalable, right? One or two persons. If it's a 250,000 naira class that you have, and you have 5 or 10 people, depending on how you position yourself, right? There's an entire framework for how you show up on social media that gets people coming to your DM. The people that even make the money, they don't make so much noise. You might see them, they don't post as much as the people that don't make any post. Some people post and post and post and post, but don't make dime. But there are some people that have mastered how to post that even the algorithm is not deterrent to their income. So they are not dependent on the algorithm. They even have a backup. Social media is just like a showroom. You understand? It's like reception. They have a back-end mail or like, for instance, everybody talk about email list. I have a bankable list. If you have not bought anything from me, you can't be on my mail list. I operate what we call the upside down funnel, right? You know, funnel is normally like this, right? The funnel is like this, or my funnel is like this. Slim opportunity to come in, but when you come in, there's so much that you can get, and there's so much that you can spend on, and it makes you better every day. So you see, so designing your economy is everything I've explained to you. I've discussed, I've talked about. You can move your talent and structure it in a way that it becomes a consistent source of income. You can turn your contact list into a cash flow asset. You can upcycle what you have been doing. One of my clients at one time, he had a course that he wanted to offer for 35,000. So he said, sir, I've been selling this course for 35,000. I think it's worth much more than that. I said, well, you will never know. Just go to the market and find out what the market. So we repackaged that particular course and asked the market how much they'll be willing to pay. Guess how much the market was willing to pay? 150,000. And that's how the price changed. Why? It was a market-driven price tag. It wasn't that you just woke up and changed the price. No, you increase value. You step up transformation, right? Before you can increase price. Simple and clear. So like that. One of my former colleagues in the bank worked in a hotel and then started this, what we call hotel management academy, right? So we used to do that hotel management conference once in a year. And then we got talking one day. I said, well, you can multiply, you can scale this, right? You have worked in a hotel for several years, haven't been a banker. So this conference, what does it do? It attracts what? Hotel managers and the rest of them. I say, okay, no problem. So we got on into a strategy session. He booked a strategy session, and we came into the strategy session and repackaged that hotel management conference to attract sponsors, right? To become an event of record. And then the people that you gather once in a year, you don't let them go just like that. So why don't you create an academy where those that cannot attend that conference can take your classes month by month? Guess what happens? You open, that was how his tribe opened. So anything that has to do with what? Hotel management, he becomes a resource person. And that's how you move that to earning 6-figure monthly. Monthly, without doing anything. The same facilitators that come for the conference are the same ones that facilitate in the academy. And more students come in to learn in order to go into the... Now, we're working on making it a licensable product so that you can have license for other people to do that. That's when you are getting to the echelon, when you are getting to stress-free abundance. You just sit down, and money will coming in, rolling in. He still has the consulting arm. So he can build, operate, and transfer. Can build the hotel, operate, and transfer. From one level of resourcefulness, everything he knew about hotel management was cascaded into a conference. A school was started, a consulting arm was created, and then we're going to licensing. So you see, 4 levels of income have been created. I went to a particular property which someone took me to and say, this property, we don't know what can be done. Nothing is happening here. By the time we got there, I haven't walked around that property and looked at the potentials that were within that particular property and everything they themselves, the staff had that they could do. 15 streams of income were created. That is 15 streams of potential income. If they are ready to do the work, it will generate money. Now, that particular place that has been following, is now alive. So what you're doing now, you're not lazy. You don't even have a money problem. You just have a structure problem. You don't even have what do you say? What will I say? Income imbalance. What you need is a model. You just need a design. You just need a structure around what you're doing. You need a reinvention and upcycling of what you're doing in order for the market to see you differently and be able to pay you handsomely. Sincerely. I don't know how, before I begin to step down on the final part, which is the 5 steps, they are all encapsulated in all that I've shared. I want to get what the feelers are from all that I've been sharing, as everything I've been saying, if it's been making sense. Unfortunately, I can't see comments. I cannot see, what do you call it? I can't see comments. Okay, now I can see comments. Okay. Okay, promise. Thank you. I've been on the private chat model since. Didn't know that the comment section has been buzzing here. Okay, thank you very much. Promise. Ikechukwu apps, I see you have been very, very active here. Okay, the 4 levels of ignorance. Yes, so how has this session been for you? Let me know what it is like, what it has been like for you. Yes, you don't task, you sell transformation. Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yes, the mastery can what? Can metamorphose your momentum into meaningful money making. That's what I said. Yes. Personal intelligence comes from marketing intelligence, from artificial intelligence equal to premium income. I said premium income equals to personal intelligence plus market intelligence plus, human intelligence, relational intelligence, or financial intelligence, and artificial intelligence. So all the levels of intelligence here moves to personal income. Yes. You have a lot of resourcefulness. Yes, true. Resourceful research. Yes, that's where you sit down. Okay, the average mode, multiple streams of income, multiple streams. Thank you very much. It's been wonderful. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. Your mind is buzzing. I like that. Yes, yes, yes. It's been disruptive. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right. So let me begin to wind down So the truth is that if you're going to follow these 5 steps, with everything that I've been saying is lying under, you can design your own economy. Yes, you can design your own. Thank you very much, Samuel. Yeah, you can design your own economy. Step number one is clarity of intent. And when I say clarity of intent, there is no hard fast rule about it. We're just saying that you are clear. You know exactly what matters. You know who you are. You know who you want to serve. You know what you have. Right? Your ability to be able to look inward and invest yourself. Clarity of what? Intent. Right? Then step number 2 is what? Inventory mastery. Right? Inventory mastery. The ability for you to use what you have to get what you need. Inventory mastery. You are now checking, what are my skills? What are my experience? You are listing them. So you can sit down and carry a plain sheet of paper right now and say, my name is Samuel Onidikwe. Okay, what and what and what can I do? What and what have I done? What and what have I succeeded in? You begin to list. Oh, I can teach. I can write. I can speak. Good. All right. What problems can this solve? That means I can write a book. On what? Which area am I good at? So I can write something. How does it solve problems? Right? How does it become a pain killing? What are the surface pains? What are the functional pains? What are the, identity pains? Right? What are the status pains? Then you check them out. How do I heal every one of them? Right? Inventory mastery. Use what you have to get what you need. Then step number 3 is creative problem solving. Creative problem solving. The ability to think without the box. There are no boxes. The boxes are in your head. This year, you want to make 1 million naira per month. Too possible. Your question is, how do I want to make the 1 million? Do I want 1,000 people that can pay me 1,000 naira? Do I want 10,000 people that can pay me 10,000 naira? Do I want 100 people that can pay me 100,000? Do I want 10 people that can pay me 100,000? Or do I want one person that can pay me 1 million? If I want one person that can pay me 1 million, what am I going to sell to him? Definitely, it's not going to be a 3 days masterclass. And it can also be a 30 minutes masterclass, depending on who. Guess what happened? One day I got a call from, I belong to a professional association. And I got a call from one of our associates in Switzerland. They had a gig to train 120 people in Lagos on productivity management. And when they saw my profile, they sent for me. And I gave them a template of what I could write. In fact, there was an open opportunity to develop a model and sell to them at $35,000 customized. Guess what? I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. It reminds me of a deal of $500,000 several years ago that I lost. And only for me to discover that what I didn't do in that deal was in a book, a negotiation book that I bought on my shelf that I had not read, that I have not opened. If I tell you how I got into consulting, I left banking. I got to work one day and they told me that, oh boy, we don't need your services again. That's the truth. My appraisal, my list appraisal was 85.6. All my appraisals have been in the realms of the 90. My list appraisal was 85.6, and I was a management trainee. As in, when I say management trainee, I was among the first 10 when I went to the bank's training school. So it's not like this guy is dumb. Even when they told me to go, people were, no, Julius, it shouldn't be you. Are we together? But it can happen to anybody. Your employer did not promise you job security, that your job is going to be forever. No. And nobody told you that salary is going to make you wealthy. Salary is just a seed that needs a structure and system, scale, in order to get wealth. Are we together? That's the sincere truth. That is the truth. The day they asked me to go, 5 years before that time, I had a session like this in my branch about vision, where I was telling I used to do training for my staff, right? I do in-house training for my staff. I wanted, because why did that training start? That training started because each time somebody wants to go on leave, nobody to relieve that person, so we can't go on leave. It took me 9 years. I'd worked 9 years to get my first vacation. So I sat down as an operations manager and said, no, this will not happen again. When you suffer something, sit down and ensure that that pain does not become transgenerational. That the people coming after you do not suffer that. That's the reason why when you get out of a particular situation, sit down and invest the process that brought you out. Develop it into a system that will ensure other people don't suffer that. That's how I wrote The Millionaire. After my teaching experience, I wrote a book, The Millionaire Teacher. Right? Yes, The Millionaire Teacher. Somebody read that book, was challenged, and went to write a TRCN, get a TRCN certificate. She was challenged by that book, went to write one of their certification exams. And she moved from a class teacher to a vice principal. Now have 80 people under her. Another person read that particular book, right, who was a teacher, and created another level of income. I mean, 4 different streams of income after reading the book. Another person read that book. Another teacher read that particular book and started a coaching practice, created an online course that was paying her 6 figures monthly. Now, what has happened? I went through my teaching. My first job in my life was teaching. The moment I finished secondary school, then there used to be awaiting results. Instead of awaiting results, my dear, I started teaching in a primary school. It was called, that school was Premium Academy. That's it. Yes. I think yes. What? Yes, something academy. You understand? Academy. That school. That's where I first taught. My first salary was 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira. So I started earning right from my secondary school. I started earning. That time was awaiting result. While others were at home awaiting result, I was there teaching. Before I got admission. When I got admission too, I started doing the same thing. Do you understand me? You get it? So like that. So I was investing resourcefulness and turning them into systems that can help other people not to fall into that. When I left banking, I wrote a book, right? The Indispensable Employee, Zero to Zenith, because I know that I have what? That skill of writing. I wrote another book, Beyond Certificate. So you see what I was doing? I was transferring. When I left banking, I wrote another book, Start Afresh. How to start afresh when you lose your job. Like that. So I kept converting these things into assets because income follows asset. If there is no asset, you can't get income. But you must dissolve your talent, your skill, your passion into cash flow assets that people can get transformed from and move. There was another book I wrote, Skill is Not Enough. Like that. Because I know that you can be skilled and be struggling. To an extent that I became religious. I asked God, I'm brilliant, I'm broke. What's the problem? I went on a 3 days fast. The only instruction I got was that, son, what you are doing is not wrong. It's the way you are doing it. So, and they say wisdom is the ability to identify the instruction that can change your situation. Wisdom is the ability to identify the instruction that can change your situation. So it's an instruction. Are we together? So you see it. Don't just take your daily life as don't live your life anyhow. Extract value from it. Every challenge that we have surmounted, sit down this night, don't sleep. Outline 3 to 5 step process. That becomes your signature framework. These steps I'm telling you is coming from my resourcefulness. My core value is resourcefulness. And there are 5 levels of resourcefulness. I mentioned them to you and they came out from 5 steps. My premium result masterclass came from my school experiences, from my youth term management and all that. Like that. So there are different frameworks that are customized to me. You won't find them anywhere. They are customized to me. The instruction I just gave you now, if I tell you where I got it from, you will not believe it. You won't find that definition in any textbook. Wisdom is the ability to identify the instruction that can change your situation. I got that definition while analyzing the life of Peter at the riverbank. Yes, Peter. The same location where he caught nothing was the same location he had a net-breaking harvest. What was the difference? Instruction that changed the situation. That's all. That's all. I could teach a whole day masterclass on that story. Are we together? So have something that is customized to you. It's called a signature framework, right? So what I'm sharing with you is my signature framework. It's a system. And if you follow it like that, there's nothing you can apply it to that it will not work. It's a template. Are we together? So the next thing, step 4, is courageous action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Make the moment perfect. That's why when you're starting up business, they say launch. Do you understand? And then you reiterate. You understand? Test the market. Launch. There are products that you even sell before you create. You just do a post and say, I'm doing this class. All of a sudden, you find 10 people. If 10 people are interested in that thing, then it's a marketable product. That's when you start building it. That's why people do pre-sale. It's on what? Pre-sale. Are we together? Yes. How did I sell my, what do you call it? Millionaire Teacher. I did a pre-sale. Oh, I'm writing the book, Millionaire Teacher, this and this and this and this. You are going to get a chapter, this and that. One chapter, created a group. People came into that group. And I said, okay, I'm offering it. I'm selling it for 1,000 naira. Right? 1,000 naira. And then I got 18 people. And when I got the concept of 18, now these 18 people were not just, they are not year people. I'm talking about doctors, teachers, principals. When I saw solid people. In fact, one of them was the head of transformation in a corporate organization in Lagos. So I said, okay, if these people will pay 1,000 to buy this resource, then it was good. I got feedback from them before I went and printed the book. Now the book sells for 5,000, 10,000. So you test your idea. Let the market tell you that the idea is not good. Are we together? Not all your offers will sell. There are some classes you want to sell. Nobody will even say what's happening there. But there's one that you will do. You will not even expect that it will sell. Then you find people calling you and say, I want to register for this class. Before you even finish, you want to register. You want to pay. Are we together? Good. So courageous action. Then number 5 is what? Become someone opportunity find. For instance, now, the group that Chijoki has created now is an opportunity. It's an ecosystem. Depending on the kind of valuable content that you share in that community, demonstrate that you can help somebody for free. Then people will pay you for helping them. Because not everybody will be able to pull through. I've just mentioned these 5 steps now. Not everybody will be able to sit down and invest it. If you can take it, they call it DIY, do it yourself. Abi, when I sell a book, when I have a book on designing your economy, right? You buy the book to come into the group. Then you can now, the book qualifies you to even apply for Design Your Economy for the 3 months class. Right? So that's do it yourself. Then somebody will say, oh, I want a strategy session with you, sir. Like this afternoon, somebody called me and said, oh, I would love to have a strategy session. There's an idea that I'm thinking of, and I want you to help me unpack it and know exactly what it is. Say, okay, let me book a strategy session. And book the session. Book the session, 250. Say, okay, and we set a date like that. Do the strategy session. We'll collect the data. I'll give him a report, and then he will get a framework on what he needs to do. If he wants to go ahead and do it, we're finished with that. And if he wants me to help him, to guide him to do that, then we'll now sit down and then we talk again. So when you share content that actually help people, that actually transform people, you are renting a space in their head. You become, top of the mind when such kind of issues come. Now, the person that you help may not buy from you, but the person will tell another person that wants to buy to you. Are we together? So that's it. So, and that's the reason why. So you can do it yourself. You can ask done with you, right? Done with you. DWU. And then you can also have done for you. I want you to do this. That's why you have ghostwriters. That's done for you. The amount you pay a ghostwriter will not be the same with a coaching class for writing a book. You can get a coaching class. It's 6 weeks coaching class, maybe for 100,000 to write a premium book, right? But a ghostwriter might charge you $2,000. When they perfect and finish the book, you will do everything, and it is your name that will be on it. It's just like white label. So whatever amount you now make, that's your own. Are we together? So you can have DIY, you can have DWY, and then you can have DFY. So I see it. So like that. So that's how it happened. So my big question for you this night is this. If you are already thinking that what got you here will not get you there, you need to design your own economy. If you're thinking that you are afraid of tomorrow, then you need to design your economy. You need eventuality planning. Right? And if you think that chasing or creating multiple streams of income is difficult for you, then you need to get into a class, get a coach, right? We can have conversations on how you can go about that. You can book a session, you can do whatsoever that you wish. But my own challenge for you today is that don't just be inspired and don't change. Because by December, we will know what you did with what you had in January. Unfortunately, 3 possibilities are possible. Number 1, you will hear everything you have had now and do nothing, remain the same, and go worse. Number 2, you will take steps and stop on the road. Number 3, you will get the assistance that you need to make what you want to happen. Which is it going to be for you? What I've done today, what I've shared with you today, is what they'll pay a lot of money to get. Yes, it's what somebody else is going to pay some good amount of money to get, but you've gotten it for free. What are you going to do it? 3 things will embarrass you in the face of a big opportunity. Number 1 is ignorance. Number 2 is incompetence. Number 3 is irresponsibility. So tonight, I know that you have gotten more than what you asked for. If you have questions, let me know, and then we can wrap it. We are done. So Chijioke, back to you. It's exactly 1 hour 15 minutes. Yes, 1 hour 15 minutes, 75 minutes. So let's use the remaining 10-15 minutes to be able to wrap up. So Chijioke, if you're there, let me know how this has been for you in the comments, in the comment section. Let me know how this has been for you. Promise, thank you very much for being.
Promise, thank you very much for
consistently consistent.
Consistently consistent.
Okay, got a message. This is overwhelmingly good. This is overwhelmingly good. First of all, okay. Promise. I promised a gift. Interesting. Oh, promise. I promised a gift. That's interesting. I promised a gift to the most active participant for tonight, so I'll definitely send it your way. And you see, this last statement, it was also one of the things that made me insist on connecting with you after Connect Conference 2022. Three things will embarrass you in the face of opportunity. I wrote that thing down. I wrote it down. Irresponsibility, ignorance, and incompetence. I wrote it down. And immediately you said it. It was like, damn, this is so true. Like, this is so true. So true. And you see, for those who are here, you're already feeling it. I was telling them that this is not hype. It's not hype. I've been to a lot of, sometimes we have conversations. We have, very deep, I have deep conversations with my friends, and we share our experiences of attending sessions, listening to different people, in the quest for value. But then this is something else. This is something else. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. For those who are still here, you have questions that have been bothering you. Ask. This is not me that you can come to my comment section and squeeze in one question, or my DM, I will answer. This is 250k strategy session. And I told you all before I started this session that if I were to pay for this, I won't be able to afford it. I mean, I would literally be squeezing out my life savings to be able to afford Coach Julius. So, make use of this opportunity. Ask that question that is burning in your heart, that you've been looking to ask somebody. Let me turn on my camera and I'll show us something. Let me turn on my camera. I'll show us what happened when we connected. So, yeah, so please, you all should let us know how this session has been. Drop comments. Keep dropping your feedback. I'll still pop them up on the screen. Keep dropping your feedback. And if you have any questions, put it in. So let me turn on my camera. So this is yes. So yes, this is me, and this is my notes. So this is where I had a mentoring session with Coach Julius, and let me show you where it started. Very, very exceptional. I mean, I don't even know how to start, but I remember reaching out to him because after I met him at Connect Conference, my heart was so troubled. I was uncomfortable. I could see, it was more like I could see a finished version of me. That's what I saw. A finished version. I was still feeling very raw. But I could see a finished version of me. Someone who could put knowledge, put systems, put everything into the right kind of structure and communicate in a way that people will be able to understand, no matter the level, whether you are still coming or starting out to, or you are an expert to, or there was just something screaming value from the inside. It was pure undiluted value. It was very, very pure. And I saw some of the what he put in his presentation. I'll share some of them here, some of the contents, and I was mind blown. I said I cannot just let this man go. So one of the days I saw, okay, no. I went and asked him. I think I reached out to him and I went and asked for mentorship. And I can remember what he told me, that he has a system for getting into his mentorship. So this is where I should start. It's not even about, oh, can you afford it or can you not? No. Like, if you want to get into, I have a system. So you should start with this. So I asked the price of that program, Premium Results Masterclass, then, put out, and then I asked for the price and I paid, and he was very busy at that time. He was very, very, I'm going to share another story, something that happened before I met him. So there was this coach that I met, said it was 1 year business, whatever, business mentoring program, business mentoring coaching program and all of that. He gave a discount. I was in an event and I was one of those who got the discount, and I paid the amount. It was 50,000 naira. So, along the line, this man would, teach so many things that, these things are very, very basic. And then I felt like I was already teaching people that same thing. I was even communicating it better, truly. And then he was angry that we were not giving feedback. He was angry that we were not sending voice notes and all of that. I was busy at the time. And then he kicked me out of the group for the first time. I came and I apologized. I begged him, and then he added me again. And then I got busy again, and he kicked me out of the group the second time. Didn't refund me, nothing. So I became very skeptical. I became very, very skeptical about the whole mentorship coaching thing. And when I met you, and even though you were busy at that time, you had a lot of things happening, and you told me, and you were like, okay, that you have the option of refunding. That there were about 4 people that paid, and you had the option of refunding or this or that. But what would I want? That you can still make out time for us individually. So now, instead of just letting me go, he offered me something that I would have paid maybe times 10 or times 20 for that particular thing. And for that reason, he did something to me that whenever I remember it, I just know that I have to pay it forward. He did one-on-one mentoring. This is my notes. I still have this note. Sometimes I'll go and open it and I'll look at it. These are the things. Even this where I drew this what is it called? This funnel, the inverted funnel and everything. All these things here. All these things here. Building a system, the way to the wallet. So many interesting things. And guys, I can just gladly recommend with my full chest. I can gladly recommend anytime, any day. I people know me, like my audience, they know me. I hardly hype, I hardly associate with people like that. But then I can gladly recommend anything that you have seen Coach Julius do. Anything he says, buy. Anything he says, do. Reach out to him, find out what you can get. Find out what you can buy. Find out which one, whether it's book or that you can afford right now or anything. Follow him on social media. Now, this is one thing that a lot of us, one mistake that many people make. We judge people based on their social media algorithm, based on likes and comments and all of that. I follow him on social media, and many people don't engage on his posts, right? I even had to go to YouTube. I had to go to YouTube and I saw some of the contents on YouTube. Many people don't engage on such, posts because a lot of the young people are looking for hype. We are looking for the shiny objects, the shiny, who is the happening? So these happening people, they don't have money and there's nothing they can give you. They don't have the value that will shift you to your next level. So I would advise all of us, right? Go and follow him on social media. Go and follow him on Facebook. I tagged him on my Facebook today. I tagged him many times for this particular session. So go and find him. Go and hit follow now. Like, don't wait for next 2 seconds or 10 seconds. Go and do it now. Go and follow him closely. Because by following people who are hardcore value givers, you would always be around value. You will always be around value. I told us something that by seeing him, let me now show us that. Let me show us that image. By seeing him, just by existing, he solved a lot of my problems. Just by you may not know how much. Let me bring this up. So you may not know how much he did for me. You may not understand how much it meant to me. But just by existing, just by doing the things that you do, I was just watching. I was observing. Say, okay, if Coach Julius can do it like this, I can also do it. By looking at how you arranged your slides at Connect conference, I was just impressed, and I was looking at myself. I kept on thinking to myself, systems thinking, structure, systems, all of those system things, dynamics, and all of those things, teaching teachers, corporate people, sales systems. It kept on running in my mind, and it helped me a lot to structure what I'm offering. And also the one-on-one session that you offered me. I don't know why this is not coming up, but then I'll bring it up. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. This young man here is grateful. Thank you very much, and for accepting to speak on my session. Hey, this is this is a lot. This is a lot for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So yes, I don't know if there's any question. Let me see. Let me pull up the comments. Yes, and question about. So we have a question here.
Yeah.
We have a question here, and that is David Olowodun.
Okay.
David is asking, I'm passionate about creativity and helping people discover their creative potential and create valuable solutions. How can I apply it and produce it for individuals, brands, and businesses?
Okay, good. When you say you have a passion.
When you say you have a passion.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Okay, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, good.
If you can hear me.
When you have passion about creativity.
Passion about creativity.
What have you done?
What
using the creativity?
Have you done using the creativity?
How did you do it? Let's take for instance now.
How did you do it?
I do creative writing.
Let's take for instance now. I do creative writing.
When I wake up in the morning, I would go to my Bible.
When I wake up in the morning
and read the parables. Right? When I read the parables or any story in the Bible, I would sit down, digest the story. You understand? And then look for how that story relates to career and business. Do you understand? I'm applying my creativity, right? I could read a particular story and create something else that you would never trace that it was from that story. Like for instance, I told you that I was studying Peter at the riverbank, Luke chapter 5 from verse 1 to verse 5. Sorry, I'm a Christian and I'm not ashamed of it. I read other books as well. My library is bigger than some bookshops. So leave that one. So, but when I read my Bible, I read a chapter of a book per day. And I cannot eat if I have not read. You see that? So I have a routine that helps me talk on different subjects. Now, I focused on two things that will keep me relevant: life and people. Anything that affects life, anything that affects people, it will never go out of fashion. So you can see where my foundations are that is driving what I do, where my pivots are. So where is your pivot in your creativity? How that pivot that you have, does somebody else have that pivot too? Like say for instance, everybody wakes up in the morning, they have their morning routine. You get it? What is their morning routine? What does their morning routine do for them? Somebody started by saying, maybe you have had it on skits. If you read one book a week and you do it for 3 years, everybody around your community will know you. Why? How true is that? Have you tested? Right? Find out. Now, so how would you help other people discover their creative potential? What do they do easily? How can they use that thing that they do easily to do another thing? You see where my idea of system thinking is coming from, right? Imagine, look at creativity at work now. It was the airlines that started book on hold before the transportation system started book on hold. Now you can go online and buy a ticket for road transport before you get there. It used to be on air. Somebody decided to bring what is on air down. Simple. Look at creativity at work. Somebody is selling corn and pear by your street. It cannot be more than 1,000. Somebody opened a small kiosk in Lekki and asked 1 corn and 3 pears packaged for 30K. You see creativity, right? So for brands, what are they selling? The moment you know on the environment, the market. You can help them with their own genius to reach the market. Are we together? Huh? If you are a lover of if you interact with ladies and you know what made ladies laugh. Okay, a good example is the comedy industry. See how the comedy industry is booming. Does it mean that all those guys that are cracking those jokes, does it mean that they're happy in their life? No. They simply brought their creativity. They will look at what is happening around and use it to crack a joke. They will even crack a joke on politicians to get the politicians' attention, to invite them. There was one that did a skit and said that was talking to Atiku, the the presidential aspirant, and was talking about and said, if Tinubu here say we did here now, what he is doing is that what? There's something in marketing called dog whistle, right? Dog whistle marketing. Dog whistle marketing means calling the name of those people that you want to attract in your post. That's why you see they say attention marketer. It means I'm screening out the people that I don't want. Do you get it now? So that's creativity. If you want to call a dog, you will have to call the dog by his name or make a sign. Are we together? So you see in copywriting, they will do what? They use a mannequin. Copywriting is a mannequin. You understand? That's why what do you call it? The personal profile, customer avatar is like a mannequin. A mannequin is that thing that stands and represents a person. So when you see the customer avatar, it tells you their age, where they go to, what people that are there do, like that. So I use that customer avatar, right? I use that customer avatar, looked at young people that I've been engaged with, and I wrote a book, Financial Lessons for Under 25. I've not published that book. 25 financial lessons for the under 25. Because I simply look at people under 25. What is their life characterized by? Simply what? Using avatar to just think like there is no box. So that's the same way you can help individual. You can help brands. There are brand is not logo. Brand is what you believe in. Do you understand? Brand is belief. Are we together? Brand is what? Is belief. What you believe. What does Coca-Cola? One day I was doing a research and I was creating AI that get me 10 businesses that have existed for more than 100 years. What is the common feature in them? What is the thinking frame of the people that makes that brand to exist for 100 years? If somebody in this generation wants to create that kind of business, what will they do? Adapt it to Nigeria. So I'm not asking ChatGPT, what is this, what is that? Can you see the way people intelligently interact with the artificial intelligence? So, and what am I trying to do? I'm simply trying to tap into the resourcefulness. The artificial intelligence is a bank of data, the data I don't have access to. So I can manipulate my intelligence and extract ideas. I'm never going to take what it gives to me, hook, line, and sinker. You understand? But I'm going to borrow ideas from them. Borrow ideas. Then I'll adapt the idea into my own genius. Then it becomes customized to me. It's unique to me. So that's how you use creativity. As in, what are the fundamentals that you use? Are they repeatable? If they are repeatable, you can use it for individuals. You can use it. There is designing your own economy for corporate organizations. That's it. Chiduke here is a medical practitioner. If he wants to attract what do you call it? Top athletes, the only thing he needs to do is to send them a friend request, mention their name in his post. Do you understand? Attach a video. He has one video. I saw one of his videos that he was one of the medical, the paramedics for the medical personnel at one of the international games like that. You understand? Attach that video. They know that you are not a main person. By virtue of qualification and certification, he has all the certificates. Do you understand? So that's how. And then he creates a community only for professional athletes alone.
Can I shock you? He may not have more than 5 people in that group, but those 5 people can be paying him what 1 million people on social media may not be able to pay him. Yes. Simply talking about how they can remain fit. And imagine creating an offer for a professional athlete how to keep yourself fit all the time, how to ensure that an injury does not last more than 72 hours. So there's the risk of having injuries. If the person has seen a post before that, how to ensure your injury does not last, how to medicate your injuries not to go beyond 72 hours, and you are back on fit 100%. Do you understand? It's not any magic you are going to do, right? You're not saying within 3 days that that particular injury will stop. He is going to tell the person what he needs to be doing so that within 3 days, whatever he does, his system will adapt to it quickly. Are we together? If you have trained somebody on how to keep a plant, then you now say how to multiply your harvest 3 times. Then you now tell him to buy fertilizer. Already he has learned how to nurture a plant. He has a system. Every day he comes to water the plant 3 times a day. The day he add fertilizer, do you think that the productivity will go down? It will shoot. Are we together? Are you getting me? So that's how we use creativity. We can use it for individuals. You can use it for brands. What are they out for? What do they believe in? Who are the people that will like this belief? Coca-Cola believes in youth. What they are selling is youth and creativity, right? That's why they are always advertising during sporting events. You will see them. They will go to Olympics. You know how much they pay so much to show for 30 seconds. But that 30 seconds, do you know how many millions of people will see that and will buy that? That's what they are selling. So they are not selling Coke. No. They're not selling the product. There is an ideology. There is a status. There's an identity that they are selling. Look at Apple phones. No, there's no 2 ways or nothing. There's no big deal about it. It's just status. Nothing. And they add some security features. Like now, if you do your Apple settings very well, if anybody steals your phone and they don't know what your password is, the phone is useless. The person can never use it. So you see now, they are selling what? Security. They are selling style. So they are not selling phone. It's not the phone that they are selling. They are selling what? Security. They are selling style. They are selling status. They are selling identity. Person will carry Apple and person will carry Android. They're not be mates. It's just a feeling in our head. That's all. So that's it. So I think that answers that question. Somebody was asking me if I've ever gotten imposter syndrome. Yes. And how did I overcome it? Yes. Do you think that even coming to do this presentation, do you think that some elements of fear did not come in? Hey, who is going to be around? What am I going to say? I always over prepare. If I show you my notes here, even though I did not look at them, see. Why? There's something called calligraphy. There's a way your brain syncs with your writing. If you have undertaken any copywriting class, they will give you a copy by a master of the masters, and ask you to handwrite that copy, rewrite that particular copy. You understand? So by handwriting that copy, if you do it consistently, and writing that copy consistently for 30 days, something will happen in your brain, in your subconscious, that when you want to write, you find yourself trying to write like that person wrote. So what did I do? In my church, I am in the teens and young adults group ministry. I'm a teacher. I get to interact with them every single day, every single Sunday. So every Sunday, I'm standing in front of people talking. And every day I read, I must write. Why? Because God told me any day you carry your Bible and you don't carry a pen and a notebook, you don't want me to talk to you. So anywhere I go, you will find me with a note and you find me with a pen. And I'm very good at observation as well. Yesterday, my car had a challenge. I went to Bedway, somewhere where they like a mechanic village, and I noticed it was the alternator that had a problem. And about 3 people mentioned one particular guy in one street. They say, if you go to Basidute, if you meet this guy, if you go to Basidute. And I went there, I got there to change my alternator. While I was there, I counted almost about 10 people bring their alternator there. Immediately, I started thinking about a post. Right? I started thinking about a post that how Igbo apprenticeship system can earn you premium. How you can become a premium earner with the Igbo apprenticeship system. That it starts just the 3-step framework. Number 1, humility to learn. Number 2, resilience to wait until you become a master. And then number 3, specialization. That guy specialized in fixing only alternator, and he has a shop. Apart from the technical expertise, he now had a shop where you will buy all the parts, everything. If you scatter the alternator, every single thing inside that alternator, he has the parts in one shop. So when you come and you want to fix your alternator, every single part you want to buy, you will buy from him. So there is income from the shop, there is income for the service. So he does not only have technical expertise, he has put business into it. Are we together? You see, now I'm expanding beyond the scope you're asking me for. So I did them practice regularly. Practice. Anything you are afraid of, engage with it regularly. It will become normal. Practice make what is difficult normal. Everything that is soft was once hard. Are we together? So that's how you work. You understand? So specialization, that's it. So once you have the humility to learn and you are patient enough, and then you specialize. If you stay long, that endurance, stay on that thing, everybody knows that that's what you are doing. So that's it. There is the skill of business. There is the business of the skill. They are 2 different things. If you have one without the other, you will suffer. If you are a doctor and you don't know the business of medicine, you will suffer. You will just be going for theater, you will be wasting your time. But if you understand the business, you will not only be a doctor that prescribe, if you write prescription. In fact, you will have a drug bank. There's one guy that I know is a medical doctor. His car is like a dispensary. So if you call him on any matter, he knows the dog you are going to use. He has it. He will order his drugs. He knows where to get the original one. He will order his drug. He has it in his car. So when he comes for treatment, you will pay for treatment. You will buy the drug. One-stop supermarket. I'm telling you the gospel truth. And you're not expecting to be living like others. No. Chijioke can create a wellness program only for CEOs. How to stay fit and exit yourself from anything called heart attack. Bam, it's finished. Why? Do you know the number of CEOs that have suffered heart attack? Board level. Or you just do stress management for elite. Simple. Bam. That's it. Yes, I hope I've answered your question. So how I overcame the situation was consistent practice. When you have cold feet, do it. There's what is called mistake version. From mistake version, you will now get the master copy. I hope I answered your question. Yes, I hope I answered your question. Yes, I think it's time for us to round up and go, because I still have to create a presentation. I have a presentation for the Bankers Award night tomorrow, and I need to create some slides for it. So I think that we have done justice to. So I think that we have done this justice. Any other? I'll take one more to this session. I'll take one more.
Okay, I think it's my own. Anybody that has question now, sorry. I think it's my own. So this question is more of a means to encourage encourage those who are working really hard. So there are people who maybe healthcare providers, who are trying to get into the space. People who run physical businesses. Someone already asked a question about it earlier, so this kind of covers for it. People who run physical businesses, people who are doing stuff, young people who are trying to transition into the knowledge, monetization space and all of that. And there seems to be this season of paradox between profit and passion. There seems to be a season whereby it seems like you're doing everything that they've told you that if you do, it will work. You're doing everything possible that you're working hard, you are all the strategy, you are learning strategy, you are writing, you are doing copywriting, you are doing everything. And you are really passionate about what you are doing. So you don't want to stop. Maybe you like teaching. So you are giving all the value, teaching people, doing all the sessions and all of that. But you just, for one reason or the other, the money is not coming. Now, for some people, they get to a point where they eventually break through or break even or break out. But then for some, it might be a pretty extended period of time for them. So how do you cope? How do you balance passion and profit, or profit, passion, purpose? Because a lot of the time, they're usually contrasting ideas, contrasting opinions and advice. People will say, oh, forget passion, follow the money, follow profit. And some people will come and tell you, you can't do anything without passion. Find what you are passionate about, even if it's not making money. And then you now realize that if you are following what you are passionate about, it gets to a point you just become frustrated. So how do we balance that paradox that exists between purpose, passion, and profit, just so that we can eventually create real meaning and whatever, do what we desire to do in a way that is equally profitable? So what's your opinion? What's your advice on that, sir?
Okay. Very good question.
Very good question.
Okay, here's the way I look at it.
Every
passion without a product that can pay you is a passionate mistake.
Woo! Woo! Somebody write that down. Okay.
Again, passion requires patience to be profitable. Now there are 5 stages in entrepreneurship. There is what we call the informed pessimism. Right? And there is what we call the uninformed optimism. When then you have the value. You have the value of despair. It's shaped this way. I wish I could show you this. See. It looks like this. Now this is the beginning. Right? Where you start with all the energy. You have a vision. And the vision is appearing at sea. When you jump out tomorrow,
When you jump out tomorrow,
they'll pay you 1 million.
They'll pay you 1 million.
Good. So this is the
Good.
Uninformed optimism.
Uninformed optimism.
Then you get here. This middle here. You have informed pessimism. That is where you get to know that there are some things you don't know. That is stopping the millions from coming. Then you start to learn. Then you come here. It's called the value of despair. Despair. That's where you are losing hope.
That's where you are losing hope.
If you stay long enough,
yes,
you will come here.
If you stay long enough, you will come here.
You will now have informed optimism.
You now have informed optimism.
From informed optimism.
From informed optimism.
Then you now have maximum achievement. Now let me share my story with you. When I left the bank,
let me share my story with you.
When I left the bank, I was so sure that I was not going to take another job. I was so sure that I was not going to take another job. I wanted to start on my own. So, according to my vision, I said, anytime they want to do a program in Calabar, they normally invite people from Lagos. So I started studying the guys in Lagos. So that I'll be as good as those guys, and you don't have to go to Lagos to get the value. Now, an improved version of that was that I got a very big office. He had a training floor and he had 4 offices downstairs. So that when I ask you to come for training, you leave the office and come to our training floor. So that you can focus and concentrate. At the same time, you don't have to pay for hotel. You see it? But what I missed, I missed marketing. So for complete 8 months, after furnishing the office and everything, nobody stopped there to say, what are they doing here? And that's where I learned my first business lesson in life. Find customer before you find shop. That's why you see people create waiting lists. When they create a waiting list, they size the viability of their passion. If you want to sell to 10 persons, and there are 100 people on your waiting list, you are going to be oversubscribed. That's passion with sense.
That's passion with sense.
If you are showing up, show up on a monetizable platform. Like now we are doing this on YouTube. It's going to remain there. Whether two people attended this, which might look like poor performance, it remains on this YouTube channel as an asset for you. That eventually, over time, what it didn't pay you now, it will pay you then. Every purpose needs passion. And every passion needs purpose. But all passion and purpose must have a product to reach profit. And if you want to follow your passion, and you are getting tired, do what you don't love until you can form what you love. That's why you have the
crop rotation system
in agric. There are shallow rooted crops, and there are deep rooted crops. They maintain the fertility of the soil. So you will have products that everybody can buy. And you have products that only few can buy. That way, you are all season business. I hope I've answered your question.
Absolutely. Absolutely, sir. I mean, this is more like you answered like 4 other questions in one. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I know that my audience will be grateful. Interestingly, this is streaming on 5 platforms. It's streaming on my Growth Academy, on Facebook, on my other account on Facebook, on my main account on Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. And sometimes I don't really check the LinkedIn because the algorithm started hitting me badly there, so I just leave it. But sometimes people who view on LinkedIn, 1 or 2 or 3, one of them will just reach out to me and they're like, oh, I watched your video, I want to buy this, I want to get this. And just like you said, you know, I'm very, very grateful. I'm very, very grateful for that tip. And in fact, hey, where do I even start? Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I have my note here, and there was this, in fact, this training, this thing that I'm doing was a product of a conversation we had. And it wasn't even, I think you reached out to me. I can't remember what I did. I think I posted something on Facebook. I did something, and you reached out to me privately and said, CJ, you should consider doing this. Consider, doing this, doing that. This audience you are building, consider doing, call it anything, call it wisdom series, call it anything. Just put something to, and you can start going live, you can start doing series. And I thought about it. I was doing that long ago, but then I gave up on it. I just thought and I said, okay, okay, let me start. And when I started wisdom series. I did first one, did second one. Then by the third one, I gave space and I did the third one. I said, so what I now decided that I was going to do is I was going to call it anything, but I'll keep doing it. I'll call it anything, all of them join together. I'll give it a name whenever the time is due, but then I'll keep doing it. So I started doing that. I started showing up live again and I started hosting people again. And here we go. I mean, you are here today with my audience, and I can't say how grateful I am. I'm so grateful. And for everyone who is watching this, I don't know what's the best point. What's the best entry point? How can people get stuff from you? What should they get from you? What should they join? How should they follow you? Because for me personally, I really want continuity. I want my audience to know you. I want them to be able to follow voices that really matter. So how best can they follow? How can they follow and get more from you, sir?
Okay. The easiest way to really get
following
is to get into the premium
is to get into the premium results masterclass. That's
that's like a gate pass.
That's like a gate
pass.
That's
where to start.
That's where to start.
There's a need for you to
there's a need for you
to what
to be conscious
how to get
of
results.
How
Not
to
just
get
any
result.
kind of result.
Not just any kind of result.
You have to be prepared for it.
You have to be
by the
prepared
time
for
you
it.
talk at that level, your mindset will change.
So by the time you talk at that level, your
then
mindset will change. Then
you will know the value of buying a book.
You will know the value of buying a book. You know the value of paying for a coaching session.
You will know why you must have your own products.
You will know why you must have your own products.
Your product as assets, not just mere products.
Your product as assets, not just mere products.
And you becoming known for a particular
and you
thing.
becoming known for a particular thing.
How you go about it is something we will do.
How you go about it is something we will do continuously.
Adapt, reinvent like
adapt,
that. Adapt,
reinvent like that. As classes come like that.
From there, you get into the mailing list.
From there, you get into the mailing list.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you. I highly recommend. I highly recommend the Premium Results Masterclass. So, this is my own note. This is my note. Okay.
The Premium Result Masterclass.
The Premium Result Masterclass
is 50K. But for anybody that is coming from your community, we'll take it at 50%. Anybody coming from your community.
Wow.
Yes. Once you certify the person that the person is from your community. That's all. The person just needs to get your endorsement that
it's from you.
Yes, sir.
And it's a member of that community.
A member of that community.
And the person,
yes, sir.
The person can get it.
Thank you so much.
The person can get it for 50%.
Thank you so much. I'll definitely, for those who are viewing, reach out to me. Reach out to me immediately. Reach out to me immediately, and then we'll get going from there. Thank you so much. Please do not fail to send in your testimonials. Go and follow him on Facebook. Go and send in testimonial. Go and send it to me. Send it to him. Post on Facebook and tag me. Tag him. It's not something that is easy to come by. Remember, I didn't pay for this session. I didn't pay to have him here. In fact, if I were to pay, I would not be able to afford him. That's the truth. I don't have the money to afford Coach Julius to host him on my session and this is almost 2 hours 30 minutes that he has been speaking. So please, by all means, let's show gratitude. Let's show that gratitude. react, engage, share, talk about what you learned on social media, tag him. Yes, post it and tag him, and then get on the Premium Results Masterclass. For many people, I can assure you, I don't do hype. For many people, right? In fact, for everybody who's going to be getting into that program, it's definitely going to be a shift. It's going to be a shift. I've been used to offering people clarity, but sitting with him and learning from him is one of the ways I got clarity for myself, my brand. So I know he's going to bless you. It's going to bless you. That's definite. So sir, permit me to ask for one more favor. Please say a word of prayer for us who are hearing, who are listening, who are learning from you right now. I don't think I've ever done this, but I would really appreciate, I'm led to request for that prayer from you, for everybody who is listening at the sound of your voice, who is really trying to step up, and it seems to be like a challenging thing, or they just want to scale more than they are doing. Because I believe there's something that there's something that you carry that will be able to actually, swim in as well. So, sir, please, I would like you to indulge us. Say a word of prayer for us.
Father, in the name of Jesus.
Father, in the name of Jesus.
We trust you and we
thank you
for giving us the privilege to learn from the much that you have made accessible to us. We are grateful. One of the reasons why you have kept us alive
is because there's a purpose.
And there's a reason for our being. And you said the gift of a man makes way for you. And you said we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. Therefore, Lord, we submit our helplessness to get grace and help from you. Grace to be patient. Grace to be teachable. Grace to be a blessing. And grace to add value. This morning, during my devotion, I had a revelation on Genesis 21 from verse 1 to 3. And Psalms 25 from verse 1 to 3. That scripture says, and God visited Sarah as he has promised, and did unto her as he has spoken. Now I began to ask myself questions. Who was Sarah that God visited? Sarah is that person whom everyone has said she cannot conceive. Whom had become a subject of mockery. Whom age has disqualified from conception. But that visitation made a statement. That visitation made a difference. And I began to pray. God, I want a visitation of change. That will make a statement. that will make a difference.
That will make a difference.
That will make those that mock me.
That will make those that mock me
see my testimony.
My testimony.
Undeniable testimony.
Undeniable testimony.
Therefore, I pray the same for you.
Therefore, I pray the same for you this evening.
May God visit you.
May God visit you.
The same way He visited Sarah.
Same way He visited Sarah.
And made a statement.
And made a statement with her life.
Not just a statement.
Not just a statement.
It made a difference.
It made a difference.
May you receive a visitation.
May you receive a visitation.
That will turn your life around.
That will turn your life around.
Sarah was a woman that
was a woman that was due.
But was delayed.
But was delayed.
Everything that you are due for.
Everything that you are due for that has been delayed.
May there be a divine visitation
divine visitation for you.
In the mighty name of Jesus.
In the mighty name of Jesus Christ.
And you will not just be a hearer.
And you will not just be a hearer of it
that you have learned today.
That you have learned today.
You will be a doer of it.
You will be a doer of it.
And everything that looks like a withered hand.
And everything that looks like a withered hand.
A withered hand is
a withered hand.
Is
a hand that is supposed to be productive.
But it is impotent.
But it is impotent.
And Jesus said, stretch forth your hand.
And Jesus said, stretch forth your hand.
And it was made whole.
And it was made whole.
So everything that you have been trying to do that
has seemed impossible.
May the Lord breathe upon your hand today.
May the Lord breathe upon your hand today in the name of Jesus.
In the mighty name of Jesus Christ.
In the mighty name of Jesus Christ.
That one instruction that you have received
today.
The same way that instruction changed
the situation of Peter.
From this hour. Everything you begin to do from now. You will experience a breakthrough. Net breaking harvest. In the mighty name of Jesus.
In the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
I'm waiting for your testimony.
We will sure be coming with our testimonies. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's allow you to rest. This has been so much. So much. Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right.
All right then.
Have a good night rest.
All right. Everybody, thank you very much for coming and thank you for listening.
Bye. Okay. Thank you all for joining in. I really, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm glad. Because I know that this is the beginning of a new season for somebody. It's the beginning of a new season for someone. Take instruction, act. One of the things I really wanted him to hammer on, and he did, the fact that we cannot depend on systems that are wired to control us. You can't afford to depend on systems that are wired to control you. There's so much value that you have that you probably don't have. I mean, you probably don't know that you already have, right? And what makes us intelligent beings is that we're able to combine what we have, right? We're able to turn what we have into what we want or what we need. Okay, it's the art of conversion, and that is autonomy. That is autonomy. So yes, let me sit back and read some comments. Um, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you. There's nothing else that's left to be said. There's nothing else that is left to be said. Okay, apart from that, you should share this session. Share, hit the share button, share it, tell people about it, tell people you benefited from this session, tell them how valuable it's been to you. Share with your friends, share with your family members. I don't know how long it's going to be available publicly. I don't know. I'm not going to promise that it will be available, and I will not also say that I'll take it down. But it may be. Mm, but yes. Let me just say, for now, it's up there. For now, it's up. It's available for now. Yeah. But I I may decide to at some point I may decide to, you know, okay, no, I won't take it down. It has to be there. It has to be there. Because I definitely believe that this is going to bless a lot of people. But please urge people to listen in, to tune in. It's going to change their lives. When I was saying people should share, I'm not sharing because of hype. I'm not sharing because of monetization. None of my channels is monetized. None of them. None of them monetized. None. So I'm not saying share because if you share, Facebook will dash me money or YouTube will dash me money. No. But me, I know. There are sessions I may do and I will not give trouble. I will not give wahala. I will not trouble anybody to share. I won't do anything like that. Right? But this particular one, this is somebody I have drank from. This is my coach. This is someone. Look at my notes. Look at my notes. Me that I used to do clarity sessions for people. I have a full book of clarity sessions I've done for people. Right. So this is me drafting my own plan with Coach Julius, and you know, very amazing stuff. Like I realized something when you sit under people who, oh my goodness, see all the beautiful things that are inside here. He helped me analyze so much. He helped me kind of water down, like pour cold water on my head so that I will bring harmony to the different things that I do, to many different things that I do. He never told me to pick one thing. He never told me, oh, you have to drop everything and follow one path. You have to. No, no. Interestingly, the day the first time we had the coaching session, the first time we had the one-on-one coaching session, he told me, Chijoke, I know you. I know where you are. You are not a beginner. That was what he told me. So we wouldn't waste time with the preliminaries. We wouldn't waste time with all those basic stuff. You already know them by now. Do you know how empowering that thing is? That you find a coach who understands you. You don't understand until you understand. That's what I'll say. So, we started and looking at everything. The more I have conversation with him, the more my mind opens. Even this evening, at the point I was like, God, I beg. Another new idea. The one I'm battling with is already a lot. Another new idea has come now. And one good thing is no matter your industry, Coach Julius has something for you. He has something to tell. I don't know how he does it, but no matter if you like the selling and pounding fufu, he will draft strategy. You will gain clarity. You will definitely find one thing and find another thing. That's just it. That's just it. So when we were talking on call, he was giving me ideas of what I can do with my physiotherapy profession, how I can channel this, channel that. I'm like, sir, did you study physiotherapy one way or the other? He just knows the right thing to say at the right time. The right time. Me that I don't write notes. I go for events. I go for conferences. I hardly ever write notes. But when I started listening to him, at the point I thought I would be able to, can fly. I can do this without writing down stuff. It got to a point I was like, nah. Where's my daughter? Where is my daughter? And I, of course, I picked myself, my daughter. There are things that he taught me here. There are many things. Even how to get paid speaking gigs. So many things that he taught. So many things. So many things. I don't know what to say. Me. Okay. So please get the premium results masterclass. Go and pay for that masterclass. Go and pay. Go and pay for the masterclass. Get premium results masterclass. Even if you will not pay for my own, go and pay for his own. Go and pay. Go and register. Go and join. Anywhere you see Coach Julius Afolabi, just jump in. If you are seeing this video in 2029, 2030, 2040, 2050, as long as you can find him, go and find him. Pay for his classes, pay for his courses, buy his books. Anything he says, do. Just do it. Just do it. Let me show us the picture I was talking about. This is the image that I was talking about. This one. This is one thing I saw. And I was just so impressed. I was so impressed. I was so impressed. So let me open this. So, you see, he got to that part of his presentation and I was looking at it. Professional accountant, ex-banker with over a decade experience, serial entrepreneur, business consultant for 17 years, operational excellence and result system building expert for over 10 years, certified quality improvement analyst of the American Society of Quality for Quality, teens coach for over 10 years, author of over 10 books on money, business, career, parenting and life, husband and father for over 13 years. Now I saw this and my eyes just popped open like, wow. Wow. So it's that means I'm not crazy. Like you can have all of these experiences, and this is just like for the record, for the training, you can have all of these experiences within this number of years, and you are able to manifest all, deliver excellently, excellently. That was me. I mean, that was me seeing a future me, that kind of thing. So that's it. I am really glad. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for participating actively. For those that participated actively, let me look for them in the comment section so that I'll see those that I'm going to gift something. And for the premium results masterclass. Sure, if I have money now, I'll just sponsor like 100 people. If I have like some millions that I'm not using, like maybe like 50 million, I'll just sponsor everybody that joined. I'll sponsor everybody, but my dear, my people, he has 50% discount. From 50K, you're paying 25K. So let me tell you what you will do. Go and enter his DM and request to pay for that course, that masterclass. 25K. This is value. This is value. This is so much value. So much value. And you may not understand until you start paying for training. I've paid heavily for training. I've paid for some programs 25K, 30K, 40, 50. And in the middle, I will abandon it because after all the promises that they will make, all the promises, blah, 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 you enter, you now realize that it was a trap just for you to get another thing. It was just shallow. Ugh. But I can testify on this one. I don't hype people. I don't think I've ever done this kind of thing. And I'll be talking about, no, I don't hype people, right? So when you see me refer to somebody in this regard, you will know how special that person is to. You will know how special he is to. He's beyond a coach. He's like a father. He's like a mentor. You know, he gives me advice. We talk. He will make suggestions. He will see something that he feels I can fit into. He will suggest it to me. It's not a relationship I would trade for anything. Nah. So get into that master class. Get into it. Then any other thing that you can get, you keep going further. I want to see results from this particular training. This particular training tonight. I want to see results from it. I want you to tell me how this benefited them in their lives. Okay. So we must promise ourselves that we will pursue autonomy. We must promise ourselves that we'll pursue autonomy. That's what did I do? Yeah. So that you will not just be there. You will not just do the normal things that normal people do. You won't do the normal things normal people are doing. Okay? So please and please, tell us what stood out for you in this session. I'll pop it up on screen. I'll still go all over the whole conversation and I'll pop up a lot of comments. Those who commented, I see you. I see you. Those who participated, those who shared, you are the real MVPs. If you shared this session, let me not go and promise. Let me not go and promise. So I know the only person I've promised something tonight is Promise. That's the only person I've promised something tonight because she was. No, it's not only Promise. So there are two people. The first person who joined the session, please send me a message. I know who it is. And then Promise. So two people. I have something for you. I have something for you. So yes, let's endeavor to build. Let's endeavor to build. Don't give up on what you're doing. Don't give up. Whenever things are not working, what you should be asking is, how can it work? Right? What do I not know? What's the knowledge gap? What's the system gap? What's the structure gap that exists? Right? So that I can start strengthening them and getting the right kind of results that I need. And definitely what you need right now is premium results. You need to be able to structure and, strategize things. You need to be able to structure your life in a way that you eliminate burnout. A lot of people are working so hard, working so hard, and they're being cruel to their bodies. I started talking about sleep deprivation and how it harms us. Now, many people are doing all the work. You're going to do, especially medical professionals, doctors, physiotherapists, nurses, and you are taking pride. I saw somebody posted something today that the toughest professions in the world are being in Nigeria. Number one, medical doctor. Number two, this. Number three, engineering. Number four, law. Number this one, that one, and then number five, dentistry. So, so one guy came to the comment section and was saying, why will you put dentistry as number five when dentistry is left and right with medicine and surgery? Another person will come and say, you lead top 10 and you did not mention medical laboratory science. Medical laboratory science is tougher than nursing. Medical laboratory science is tougher than. I say, sure. Okay. I went to the comment section and I said, thank God physiotherapy is not in the list. Thank God physiotherapy is not in the list. I love the leverage my profession offers me. I love the fact that I can breathe. And it's not because it's not the way other some physiotherapists that barely sleep in their houses. So there's some places you will go, they'll use work and finish you. So, but then generally, I feel like we have more leverage. I have more leverage of time. I have more time to rest and all of that. So I said, thank God my profession did not appear on the list. Even if it appears, I would deny that kind of profession. There's no glory in suffering like a miscreant that is being punished. There's no award for best in suffering. I have never seen The first one, maybe I'll create the first one so that people that like suffering too much, I'll be giving them the award on Facebook. You know, let's be wiser. That's all I can say. Let's just be wiser. Let's just be wiser. Um, there's so much leverage for us. There's so much we can do. Then open your mind to opportunities. Look beyond classroom. Look beyond clinic. Look beyond regular ladder. Oh, let me just graduate and get good grades and do masters. Do this. Do this. Do that. Forget all of those things. Right? You finish work this today. Getting your pension after retirement is not being. It's not child's play. It's not child's play. Go and ask those who have tried. It's not child's play. So this whole conversation is about autonomy. How can you build systems that last? How can you build systems that will outlive you? How can you build systems that can make you money while you are sleeping? How can you build systems that you don't have to work as a slave? I'm not saying you should jump. That's not what we are saying. That you should jump out of your job. You should fire your boss or quit. No, but you can create systems with everything that's been shared today. There is no way you cannot start thinking about what you can do. Ideas already in your head. What you now need is to put those ideas into action. That's what you need. If you need clarity, you can come. I'll send a link to the app. I created an app. In fact, what you just do for me, let me see. I'm going to send the link to the group, to the WhatsApp community. Okay, for everyone who wants to join, I'll send a link to the WhatsApp community here. Okay, so that you can get access to community. The Chijoke Otiba Growth Academy community. Why I'm doing this is so that anything that I'm passing, any information I'm passing to be, the links there, all the links to everything that I want to. Oh, my brother is here. My brother is here. My brother is here. Thank you there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, yes, I love the way my family always shows up to support me. I mean, during my sessions and all that, it's amazing. I can't trade that for anything. Dalurin one you come and tag United Nations. Yes, so United Nations should see me. They should see me. Good. Thank you so much, my big brother. So like I was saying, I'll put the link to the WhatsApp group so that those who are not there can join. Join in, and if there's anything going on, you get the information first. You get it firsthand. And then I'll try, and I'll put up the link to the app that I created, the Clarity Compass app. I'll put it up there so that you can also use it. You can get to use it if you need clarity. So join my academy community. Yes. So this is what it is. Please, if it's not the community, don't join. If it's not the community, but it should be. So, like I was saying, yes. Let me now read. Let me use the time and read these comments, and then we'll call it a night. Okay. Let's see the comments, and then any outstanding. Thank you all. Thank you, Promise. Thank you, Victoria. Oh, Promise was even the first person. What are we even saying? Promise was the first person to join. This is the first comment I'm seeing here. Promise Ikechukwu. Double reward for you. Double reward for being the most active and for being the first person. Right? That's the first person that showed up. So Promise, Victoria, Oluwadamilola. David Olodu, Paul Umi Akezi, Sir Elijah Otto, the AI guru. The AI guru. This is also one person I'd love to have on my show, but he's busier than P2B. But I'm hoping that definitely one of these days I'm going to bring you up. I'm going to bring him up. Faith. Also Faith. Oh, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Yes. Hope is not a hope without strategy will have you in trouble. Yes. Let us keep bringing this up. Let us keep bringing it up. Let's keep bringing it up. Up. More might not give you what you want. Absolutely. Debt means you lived a future yesterday. Cool. Akindele Israel Adeboye, thank you for joining. Paul Umi Akeze, thank you. Bolu Atife, thank you for joining. Who else? Nena Monique. Thank you all for joining. Sir Moses Akoko, thank you for joining in. I remember you. I remember from Facebook. I know you. Yes, levels of ignorance. So all of these captions, all of these nuggets, I'm going to be posting them so that we'll be taking note of them. Very, very powerful stuff. Very powerful. Levels of ignorance, self-ignorance, financial ignorance, market ignorance, leverage ignorance. A lot of these things are very useful. AI is an enhancer. You are the architect. This particular statement there, if you have followed me for a while, you will just see a lot of similarities. I don't know if you noticed it tonight. You see a lot of similarities. Like this particular statement, AI is an enhancer and you are the architect. I say you are the curator. AI is the tool. AI is meant to be your slave, your servant. You're not even paying it that much. I mean, most of the tools are free. So you can just move here to move, do this to do. It's not meant to control you. So you are the architect. This is a lot. Self-ignorance. Yes. Thank you, Elochukwu. Jennifer Elo. Thank you. Very impactful. Thank you, Omalichachi. Don't sell tasks, sell transformation. Absolutely. Don't sell products, sell experience. That's also part of this. Amazing. Don't sell tasks. You sell features. You don't sell you don't sell features, you sell benefits. Yes. Mastery can master your momentum into sell. You don't sell. Okay. Personal intelligence comes from market intelligence. Let's see. Your premium comfort will come from your personal intelligence. Financial intelligence. Yes, your premium comfort. Yes. You have a lot of resourcefulness. Crisis mode, being busy yet not. Okay. Average mode, multiple streams of income with multiple stress. Powerful. Crisis, average, ideal. Yes, crisis, average, and ideal. Amazing. If your earning pattern cannot carry your spending pattern and lifestyle, you go bankrupt. Wonderful. You increase value, step up transformation before you increase price. Wonderful. I had a glitch in my network at some point. So some of these things I'm seeing now, it was when I was having a glitch. It was when I was having the glitch. But yes, amazing. You're neither lazy nor have money problems. You have structure problem. My mind is buzzing. Yo. That was what I expected. Clock it. Abi, clock it. Is it this one? Abi, this is this one. Clock it. Your mind should be buzzing. Your mind. You cannot listen to Sir Julius Afolabi and your mind is not buzzing. You can't. You can't. You can't. I've been nodding my head since. Thank you, sir. Someone says it's been disruptive. DYE. Don't die. Amazing. This is deep. Your premium income, personal. Okay, yeah, this person, and then clarity of intent. Step one, clarity. Two, inventory mastery. Three, creative problem solving. Yeah. Then salary is just a seed that needs a system. So much, so much, so much. Huh. So much. When you experience a pain, ensure it doesn't become transgenerational. This part. When you get out from the particular problem, sit down and write the process that took you out so that other people don't suffer from it. Hmm. Hmm. Wisdom is the ability to identify the instructions that change your problem. So if we have wisdom, we must have identified the instructions in this session that would actually solve our problems. Yes, change your situation. Exactly. So have something that is customized to you. Step four, courageous outcome. Mm, beautiful. Step five, become someone opportunity finds. Become someone the market finds. In fact, you can write a summary from all of these. There are a lot. You can literally just write a summary. I would also appreciate that someone can do a summary for us, put it on social media. Everything you've learned, you can. In fact, this is more like a dense session. A dense session. Hmm. Yes. If you face difficulty in managing multiple streams, you need a coach. I is what I tell people all the time. It's what I tell people all the time. It's not it's not guesswork. It's not guesswork. It's not guesswork. Three things that will embarrass you in the face of opportunity: incompetence, ignorance, irresponsibility. Powerful stuff. When I heard that thing at Connect conference, hmm, I just paused for a while. I screamed inside. It was as if my head was going to explode. Yes, become someone opportunity. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Esther Ejiogo, fantastic, phenomenal, Esther, phenomenal. Reach out to me, Esther. Um, for the medical health professionals in this session, if you attended this session and you're a medical health professional, reach out to me. I have something for you. Okay, reach out to me. I have something for you, and I'll recommend the premium results masterclass for you in particular, Esther. And I also want to gift you something. Well done. I am always very, very proud of health professionals that think differently, and do differently. So yes, let's keep building. Hmm. Two things that'll never go out of fashion: life and people. Hmm. So how can you help people and how can you preserve life? You will always be in the market. Hmm. Oh, somebody asked the question. Samuel Onipede. I'm just seeing this. I don't know if he answered you. How how can I clearly follow through achieving my goals? Clarity, vision, and purpose, especially when I'm at phase of uncertainty. Hey, okay. this question, I can't remember if he answered, but I'm going to answer. I'm going to give you a very brief answer, right? I'm going to give a very brief answer. Interestingly, we've gone really far. So what I would do is I'll put the answer to this on Facebook. I'll put the answer. If you're still here, please just copy this question and send it to me. Copy the question and send it to me. I'll write about it and I'll put it on Facebook. Okay? Because I just want us to understand that these things are not difficult. Gaining clarity is not hard. Sustaining vision and purpose is also not hard. You have to redefine everything. You have to understand what they mean. In the sense that clarity doesn't mean picking one thing. Purpose doesn't mean doing one thing. Or it's not also mystical. Purpose is your everyday life. It's easy. It's you being useful, and it's that simple. Okay, using everything that you have, everything that God has given you to serve humanity and give glory to God. That's what purpose is about. Any other thing is counterfeit. So, let's keep going. Acquire characters from evil apprenticeship system. Amazing, amazing. There's just so much. Let me just be highlighting. 5 stages of entrepreneur. Yeah. Okay. So yes, I think I've gotten to the end. Thank you all. And then there's also another group of persons I would want to give something. I've mentioned 2 people here, Promise and Esther. And who else engaged well? Somebody else engaged very well, and that is Lydia. Promise, Esther, Lydia, and who else? And Promise, Esther, Lydia, and anybody that can hear me right now. For those who followed me to the end of the session, who are still watching, send me a message. I have something for you. Okay. So have an amazing night rest, everybody. Good night. Good night. And don't forget to reach out to me. If you think there's something I'm doing that you can benefit from, my program, my coaching, one-on-one mentoring, don't forget to reach out to me, okay? Have an amazing night rest. Bye.